You're watching the United Athletic Conference on ESPN. One of the best pageantries around college athletics every fall is homecoming. And that's no different in Abilene, Texas today as we get ready for an exciting matchup in the UAC. It's North Alabama and Abilene Christian meeting for the first time as conference opponents. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. Zach Carlisle with Andy Penny, Joseph Chapa coming up as well. Well, we got two teams that are looking for a conference win off of a bye. They need this one today.
Yeah, a little adversity there, Zach, at the end of September for both of these teams. North Alabama, a 2-game losing streak. ACU, a 3-game losing streak, but plenty of season still ahead the rest of October and November. A chance for one of these two teams to springboard back in the right direction with the back half of the season remaining.
Well, as we talk about Abilene Christian, you mentioned turmoil. People a little on edge right now. 3-game losing streak, and it feels like the pressure's on Keith Patterson and the Wildcats.
Yeah, I think so. The expectations coming into the season not quite met as of yet. The 3-game losing streak. Tough loss to Incarnate Word, followed by on the road at Central Arkansas and then North Texas. So some work to do here for ACU, but again, 5 consecutive conference games starting today.
North Alabama, more of a rebuild for the Lions, and under Brent Dearman, they're trying to figure things out in his first season.
They've played great first half this year. Now can they do it for 60 minutes? Good starts followed by slow finishes. Chance to put 60 minutes together again today.
Let's talk more North Alabama, and before we kick it off, we say hello to the third member of our team, Joseph Chapa.
Well, Zach, this is the second time that Abilene Christian and North Alabama match up against one another. The last 2 times they met was back in 2011 when ACU was one of the top Division II programs in the country, representing the Lone Star Conference, and North Alabama was representing the Gulf South Conference. Now, a lot has happened since then. The two teams now start here this afternoon as United Athletic Conference foes. But if there's one thing that remains the same, is that both these teams will give it all they got here on the gridiron, and I expect we'll see that here this afternoon. Zach, Andy, back to you, gentlemen.
Joseph, thank you very much, and it is a beautiful day here in Abilene, Texas. North Alabama, they won the toss and they defer, so they will kick it off. We will get to see the Abilene Christian offense up first. Kickoff duties come from Sam Contorno. And for ACU, Mark Hale Jones is back deep to receive it. Homecoming here in the big country, North Alabama, Abilene Christian. Glad you're with us. Off we go from Abilene, Texas. And this game begins with a touchback. And so here comes the ACU offense, and Andy, this team trying to get some things going, in particular on this side of the ball with Maverick McIver.
It's a matter of consistency for Maverick McIver. You can see went over 1,000 yards passing on the year, 9 touchdown passes, but he has 2 games with 4 touchdowns each. The remaining 3 games, just 1 touchdown total. Can Maverick put together back-to-back games consistently? He had 4 touchdown passes versus UNT 2 weeks ago after a bye week. See if he can do it again. 1st and 10 here, Wildcats at the 25.
Native of San Angelo, Texas, started his career at Texas Tech, transferred last season to Abilene Christian in his 2nd year as the starter for ACU. Purple on purple today. The Lions and the Wildcats. First meeting, as Joseph alluded to, in 12 years. And they're meeting as conference opponents here in the UAC. ACU from the 25. Drive begins with a handoff. And right up the middle for Rovon Banks Jr., sophomore out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And this running back room has kind of shuffled through a few names. Banks has been in and out of the lineup over the last few weeks. Jeremiah Dobbins, you figure, is going to get a lot of carries as well with JV on Sunday. They like the running backs.
Yeah, good to see depth there. Banks, the stats not there, but he gets the first carry of the afternoon.
2-yard pickup. Under centered, straight handoff again. Sunday with a little bit of space. It closes quickly after a pickup of 2. Jaheim Ingram in there on the stop. The ACU offense, Jeremiah Dobbins listed as the starter. They've got a nice group of receivers. Go Lightly and Taylor, the big targets. Castle's been good at tight end, and the offensive line has been a cohesive unit the last 2 years, but they need to give McIver time to throw it here on 3rd down.
Yeah, Maverick throwing Again, 1,000 yards on the year, 226 yards a game through the air. Maybe our first passing situation here at 3rd down and 2.
And McIver will throw it. He's got pressure. It's Taylor coming back for it. And it'll depend on the spot to see if he's got the first down or not in front of Edwin White-Schultz. And they will give him enough. It's right at the 35 and a first down.
Well, I thought so. It was about a 6-yard curl pattern for Taylor. Made the catch at about the 36, so they give him the forward progress. His momentum was going again backwards, but he made the catch past the sticks, tackled there at the 35. Nice spot for the Wildcats, first down and 10.
First pass of the game was a success, and they will go right back to it off the fake. McIver middle, a little behind, but it coming back and grabbing. That one is Taylor. Back-to-back grabs, back-to-back first downs of gain of 12.
Nice square in there for Taylor, back-to-back catches. UNA on the backside plays a lot of man-to-man coverage in their secondary. That was part of the scouting report, was can we get some one-on-one man-to-man matchups. Taylor coming off of a great game versus North Texas, 6 catches, 85 yards, and the 3 touchdowns. Already 2 catches today, first down and 10.
His first 2, he's got 15 grabs on the season. Standing at 6'5". It's a toss, McCaslin, trickery, and it's a handoff to the other side, and nothing for Tylen Williams. Edwin White-Schultz was all over it. Razzle-dazzle goes for nothing.
Yeah, a little opportunity for misdirection here for the Wildcats. You'll see the jet sweep followed by the reverse. Give Grant wisdom there on the defensive line, defensive tackle. He kind of forced the play to continue to go laterally instead of cutting up. Great job there by Wisdom there on the defensive line.
So Grant Wisdom, number 50, the redshirt junior, out of Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Now this toss to the left side and a short gain of maybe 2 or 3. You're going to see number 1, Edwin White-Schultz, all over the place at safety for North Alabama. You got Phil J. Bienemy, number 7, the nickel as well. It's a defense that is going to be tested with what can be a pretty good passing game for Abilene Christian. For North Alabama, they've been giving up some points in those losses a couple of times, including their trip to Tarleton earlier this season, giving up over 50 in that loss. It is 3rd and 15 for ACU. Pressure comes, McIver, they pick it up, the throw knocked away at the last second. Well defensed by AJC, going for Taylor, and ACU drive stalls near midfield. It's 4th down.
Well, North Alabama has ACU behind the sticks. They decide to bring pressure here. 6-man pressure, forcing McIver to get out of the pocket, scrambles to his left, throws back to the center of the field. Good ball there by Taylor, but more impressive coverage by North Alabama. Nice collection there, 3 consecutive defensive plays. They'll force the ACU punt.
First punt for Grant Nickel and Abilene Christian. He'll send it away. It's a fair catch for Kobe Ward, and he has to go to the ground to grab it at the 22 and a 37-yard punt. So that drive stalls out, and now we flip it and get to see the North Alabama offense and Noah Walters, the sophomore out of Lincoln, Nebraska.
Well, Walters has been impressive this year. As you can see, his numbers 1,368 yards, already 4 games for the 6 games for Walters, 250 yards plus passing through the air. This is an up-tempo offense. You're going to see some quick passes, get back up to the line, and run a lot of plays for the Lions here. It's led by Noah Walters.
Drive starts at the 27 for the Lions. And not a lot of room for DeMarcus Lacey, and he goes backwards a ton. A huge loss on the play. Elijah Moffitt, the safety, cleans it up. Big loss.
And it's Kirby Cohealy, the linebacker, first contact right in the hole. As you'll see here, he just busts the gap right up the middle of the A gap. He doesn't make the tackle, but he busts up the play, and Moffitt able to make the tackle for loss.
Against the converted wide receiver and running back to Marcus Lacey, the sophomore, and that pass is wide of the mark looking for Lacey. And so 2 plays in, it is a 3rd and long for North Alabama, going up against this Abilene Christian defense that's been up and down. They've given up a lot of yards the last few weeks.
Well, you've already seen the pressure that this defense defensive coordinator Skylar Cassidy will put pressure on the backfield. 29 tackles for loss, 10 sacks on the year, and now a chance to get off the field, 3rd down and long.
3rd and 15, and Walter's going to set it up a screen. They've gone through Lacey each time, and there's nothing doing there. A quick 3 and out for the Lions, and they'll punt it.
Well, again, the game plan here for North Alabama is get the ball out in space quick, get it out of the hands of Walter, allow playmakers to make plays. But when you do that, you have key areas of the field. If you can get position players there to make plays on defense, you got a chance to make quick tackles. And Wildcats read that 3-play series perfectly. All 3 plays go the wrong direction.
Damian Hart cleaning it up, and so it'll be a punt for Adam Watford, the freshman out of Alabama, and back deep, Dax Neese. It is a fair catch and a 41-yard punt. Both teams empty on the opening drive. No score early on. On this beautiful Saturday in Abilene, Texas, no score, drive number 2 for the hometown Wildcats. It starts at the 39-yard line, and it's Rovon Banks Jr. on the ground again, this time a good chunk of 5 on 1st down. Time for our impact players.
Yeah, Zach, we look offensively for ACU. Of course, it starts with Maverick McIver, the junior quarterback, 4 touchdown passes versus North Texas. Jeremiah Dobbins, we haven't seen in the backfield yet, but 5.5 yards per carry. A.J. Phillips, A.J. save for this defense, save with 2 interceptions. North Alabama 2nd in the FCS as a team with 8 interceptions on the season.
And Maverick McIver's done a good job of taking care of the ball. Just 2 picks on the season. And a 2nd and 5, we've got our first flag. Movement up front, Brad Carroll, the referee today.
False start, offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
2nd and 5 becomes 2nd and 10. And Andy, for an offense that has been kind of up and down this year, 2nd and 5, much different than 2nd and 10.
Boy, that's where the run game has been good for this ACU team, averaging 5 yards per carry to set up instances like 2nd and 5. Give it right back, though, here on the false start, first penalty of the day, right back to 2nd and 10.
Go lightly in motion, ACU on the ground again, and Banks runs into it, 2nd effort. Tries to work his way back up to that 5-yard barrier, which is what he was able to do. And the tackle made by Cameron Green and Rush Lansdale. And it brings up 3rd and 4.
And Zach, it's unique to see Banks in the backfield. You look at the stats this year, just 3 carries on the year, 3 carries for 25 yards. Already 3 carries now today. He's doubled that output here in the first few minutes of the first quarter. Again, Dobbins and Sunday are leading 2 rushers for the Wildcats. Though thus far today, though, Keith Patterson going with Rovon Banks.
3rd and 4 off the fake. McIver, he's got to do some maneuvering, some time. Now from behind, he flips it to the sideline and incomplete. And so another drive with a promising start that turns into a 3 and out. ACU will punt it away.
Maverick showing a little frustration coming off the field. He has to scramble out to his left. Went to his check down there. Banks, who was continuing to float up the sideline. Good defensive coverage there. And just not open. But I think McIver a little frustrated with how that play developed with his passing routes down the field. Just nobody open. Compliments to the Lions secondary. Good coverage.
KJ Trujillo in coverage, and Grant Nickel will punt it for the 2nd time. Coming all the way back is Warden. Fair catch had. And he will have it at the 10-yard line. And so a 40
Media, timeout.
yard punt. North Alabama drive number 2 for the Lions. On the road, no score in the first.
More light bringers and courageous leaders who inspire us. Game changers and risk takers who never play small. Creative thinkers and God seekers who uplift us. You see, the future is ours to create. We hold it in our hearts. We mold it with our hands. We light the fire within.
Some of the sights from behind the scenes as we approach the halfway point of this first quarter, and not a lot from the offenses so far, Andy, and we'll see the Lions for drive number 2.
And I think we knew that was going to be a story here for these two teams, both on losing streaks. North Alabama's lost 2 in a row, ACU lost 3 in a row, and a lot of it comes down to consistency, offensive execution for both of these teams. It just hasn't been there over the course of 60 minutes. It hasn't been there over the course of the first 7 minutes here today. ACU with 2 punts. North Alabama punted on their first possession. They'll have possession number 2 here, but long field ahead as they'll start on their own 10-yard line.
In North Alabama, those 2 straight losses, 37-21 against UT Martin and 32-22 Eastern Kentucky, both at home in the last couple of weeks, and then they're coming off of a bye. In motion and handing it off, coming to the left side, is Caden Cooper, the freshman, true freshman, and trying to hand it to the edge. He'll get a couple out of that. 2nd and 7 coming up. Both teams trying to get a ground game going on first down so far.
And North Alabama's going to try to do that outside the tackles, get something going outside the tackles here. First time we've seen the handoff, kind of the sweep play going out to the left. Cooper's able to get 3 yards.
Jordan Butler is the nose tackle. He's down for Abilene Christian. And so the injury to Butler, they'll get him off the field. No score here in the first quarter. Take a look at the impact players when North Alabama has it.
Obviously, it starts with Walters, 4 games and 250-plus yards passing. Takari Kennebrew, you'll hear that name, 3rd in career TD receptions at UNA with 21. Of course, Kirby Cohealy, Patrick Jolly for the Wildcats. 2 guys you've already heard from Cohealy today, a tackle for loss.
And they'll hand it back to that left side. Cohealy was the first one in there. Caden Cooper again with the handoff. And so 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 5. So you figure back to the air, they'll have to go for North Alabama. It's been a very kind of conservative approach, trying to run it 1st and 2nd down. Both of these teams so far. And now 3rd down and 5. In motion, Kobe Warden. Off the fake, Walters rolls, gonna flip it, got some space here with Lacey, and he'll pick up the first Lion first down of the game to the 28-yard line in a gain of 13.
Good little misdirection as they fake the pitch, come back to the near side. Lacey, his first catch, coming up out of the backfield. Again, Lacey last year with 7 touchdown receptions, so he's a guy, just a playmaker. They want to get the ball in his hands. His first reception garners the Lions' first down.
Averaging 6.5 yards per catch this year. On the ground is Lacey, and Abilene Christian trying to do everything they can up front to bring him down. It's Cohealy again. Starting middle linebacker for ACU.
And Lacey's taking on more of the ground game as well. Jalen Daniels, the sophomore, was hurt in the game versus Tarleton. Daniels was having a nice season, 223 yards rushing on the year, but he's injured probably after the season, so Lacey's really taken over in the backfield as well.
2nd down and 7. Looked like movement up front. Stevie Young, the guard, might have jumped.
Ball start. Offense, number 68. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
And it is Young, the senior out of Fort Smith, Arkansas, who jumped. So you got 4 starters on the offensive line who were in their 2nd year with the program. And their left tackle, Whit Mitchum, in his 1st year to Kansas State transfer. Turns into 2nd and 12. Lacey in motion, Walters to put it up. Oh, and almost intercepted by Cohealy, who's been around every play so far. Incomplete, 3rd and long.
Well, Kirby's upset with himself. He didn't pull that one in. That was just a poor throw by Walters. His receiver curled in there. Reddick curled in. The throw went out. Cohealy, watched that one go in and out of his hands. Wildcat defense has to be more opportunistic in that. Just 4 takeaways on the season. Had a great opportunity there for an interception and good field position, but it does fall incomplete. It's 3rd down and long.
And on 3rd and 12, Walters throws middle. This one is picked off. Cohealy holds on to this one, and he'll have it at the 29-yard line. Dropped it a play ago, hangs on to this one, and ACU takes over in great shape.
When I tell you it's not that quick, you usually get an opportunity for redemption, but boy, right place, right time. The middle linebacker just drops back in coverage again on 3rd down and long. It's a passing situation. Read the eyes the entire time of the quarterback, Walters, and yeah, he's able to get quick redemption on the very next play and another interception here for the Wildcats.
First player other than Patrick Jolly to have an interception, and ACU's first pick since game number 3 of the season. They'll have it deep in North Alabama territory when we come back. Under 6 to go here in the first quarter and homecoming here at Abilene Christian. And the Wildcats, after the interception, will take over, and they'll hand it off to Javion Sunday as he takes it inside the 25-yard line. ACU trying to capitalize after getting a rare takeaway.
Yeah, good starting field position again on just takeaway number 5 on the season. Cohealy, the interception. These are the drives that the Wildcats have to cash in. Good starting field position. You start on the plus side of the field, inside the UNA 30-yard line. Good starting field position. Good run again there by Sunday on 1st down. 2nd down and 5.
At the 24-yard line, Taylor in motion at the top of your screen. McIver off the fake. Looks for Taylor. He's got it at the 5. To the 4-yard line, 1st and goal. Taylor's 3rd catch of this first quarter. 1st and goal on the way.
Well, Maverick recognized zone coverage on the backside, as did Taylor in between the corner and the safety. Great pass and catch. It's 1st and goal.
ACU quickly. It's Sunday. He is going to fight through tacklers. A.J. Phillips, the linebacker, in there, the first one, to about the 3-yard line.
When we talked about Taylor, already his 3rd catch, 22.8 yards per reception for Taylor. He picked up 20 on that play. He has been so dynamic for these Wildcats. 3 touchdowns versus North Texas 2 weeks ago.
Sunday the back once again. On 2nd and goal, he'll carry it, trying to cut, and nothing doing. A good stand once again up front for North Alabama. Lansdell was down there on the ground, and so was Philip Osai, the defensive end. 3rd and goal. Does this feel like a big early play in the first quarter?
Boy, it is. And you look at ACU stats, they've only had 18 red zone drives all season long, 14 for 18 on the year in the red zone.
3rd and goal, McIver will throw. Pressure off the edge to the back of the end zone, incomplete, no one home. Pressure coming in at the end on McIver. It was Caleb Brown, the defensive tackle, and ACU will settle for a field goal.
I'll give credit to the UNA defensive front. They've really brought pressure on 3rd down. They're not going to allow McIver to stand back there and survey the field and try to throw, especially on 3rd down plays. UNA has brought the house, forcing McIver to make quick decisions, and that one falls incomplete.
This is the first field goal attempt for Kyle Ramsey inside of 40 yards this year. It is a 21-yard attempt for the Houston transfer. Good snap, good hold. He drills it, and we've got points here in this first quarter. With 3:42 to play, ACU cashes in on the turnover for a field goal. Maybe not the 7 they would have wanted when they had 1st and goal at the 4, but they get 3.
Well, 3 points is big here. Again, you get kind of a bonus possession here after the Cohealy interception. You get a short field. You really start the drive, especially in Ramsey's field goal range when you start at the 29-yard line. You're already able to get down into the red zone, but unable to get a touchdown, but really a bonus possession because of the turnover. Cash it in for 3 points.
So Abilene Christian will kick it off with Ramsey and company. Back deep is Jalen Daniels, and KJ Fields Caden Cooper back deep to receive it as well for the Lions. After the field goal, Ramsey kicks this one short. Returnable from the 14. And maybe a little bit of space across the 25. Goes Caden Cooper. With 3:36 to go in this first quarter. Down to Joseph Chapa down on the sideline.
Well, Zach and Andy, we know that this isn't just a typical home game. It's homecoming here at Abilene Christian University, and this is the 50-year reunion for the 1973 NAIA championship team. They met with Coach Keith Patterson and the team yesterday at the Sports Hall of Fame dinner, and then they were honored today before the game. Two of the members were inducted into the Hall of Fame yesterday during the ceremony, but the message that they had to the team is just go be great, represent the university well, and as always, as they say, go Wildcats. Zach and Andy, back to you all.
Joseph, thank you. As Walters keeps that on the read option, he'll take it to the 34 and a pickup of 7, 2nd and 3. And yeah, the 50-year anniversary national champions, and they were the honorary captains prior to kickoff today.
It's good to see them back here. So much history in that range of the 70s for the Wildcat football program, including that national championship.
7-yard pickup on first down. This is a straight handoff this time. Breaking his way through is Lacey, and he'll take it for a first down to the 41-yard line. And a first down pickup for UNA as they try to get some tempo and get things going.
And again, they like to go fast-paced, back-to-back positive plays here for the Lions here in the first quarter. It's been slow going thus far offensively, but a good start here in drive number 3.
Back to Lacey across the 45. He goes fighting his way through. And for another nice gain of 7 yards, here's the keys to the game.
Yeah, you can look at both teams. Quite the ACU crowd here. It's homecoming, as we've talked about, and stop the run, which North Alabama has done very well. ACU has to be balanced offensively, running and passing the football, be complementary there, and then, of course, put some pressure on Walters there at the quarterback.
Not much there for Lacey that time, so 3rd and 2 coming up. You figure the whole playbook's open, but they've really made a point of emphasis to run the football.
They have, and really surprising. You look at their offense, it's about 3-2 as far as yardage is concerned. They'll go big here, they'll go power. They're down to short.
1 for 3 on 3rd down. They try to get it to the outside and right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing. Parker Driggers, the runner, trying to get around the corner.
Yeah, run the sweep short side of the field, just trying to get a numbers game and force Driggers to cut up the field in a hurry, but he's unable to do it. Good pressure, good pursuit by the Wildcats, and sets up a 4th down decision time here for the Lions.
David Oakey was in there on the stop. That looks like Anthony Egbo Jr. down on the field, the starting corner for ACU. So they'll tend to him, but it is 4th and 2 near midfield. So they tend to Anthony Egbo Jr. And 4th and 2 coming up here for North Alabama. So maybe an early decision here for the Lions. I'll be curious to see if they want to go for it or if they will just punt it away. We've seen a lot of running early on here for the Lions.
Yeah, which is really surprising now here in the center of the field. Looks like they will make the personnel changes. A lot of football still to go here. What looks like it's going to be a defensive game. So Lions are going to play some field position here, punt the football away.
I wonder how big that field goal versus touchdown tends to turn into that Abilene Christian had to settle for a drive ago. So on 4th down, it'll be a punt. Adam Watford stands at his 35, sends it away. Neese there for the fair catch. No, he'll let it go over his head. 52-yard punt, but a net of 32 as it comes out to the 20-yard line. So Maverick McIver, another drive for ACU. This time they've got to go the length of the field. What have you seen so far from this Abilene Christian offense?
Well, I like the balance of run and pass thus far. Productivity, maybe yards-wise, isn't there, but I like the play design. The script thus far has played out well. Run the football, throw the football. McIver's getting a lot of pressure. He's 3 of 6 through the air thus far. Taylor with all 3 catches thus far for this Wildcat offense. So can ACU continue to be creative, get some more weapons involved in the passing game, continue to run the football well on first down?
3-0 Abilene Christian, 54 total yards of offense for the Wildcats. Markale Jones in motion on the ground. It is Rovon Banks Jr., and he runs into a little bit of a wall, and a nice play made up front. Amari Floyd, the linebacker, was in there. And it's a gain of, call it 3, 2nd and 7.
And I think, Zach, all 4 possessions, first down, or really the entire first quarter, first down plays have been run the football. Just, hey, let's get what we can on first down, and then we'll adapt on 2nd and 3rd. But every first down play thus far has been a run.
Back to Banks on 2nd down, and there's not much again there. Sean Myers, the linebacker, in on the stop, as was Elijah Elmore, to back up defensive tackle. And so 3rd down upcoming as we tick under 20 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Don't have to run another play here in this first quarter if they don't want to. Wind is in their face here. Not a huge factor, but wind is in their face, so don't have to run another play here in the first. And it looks like Keith Patterson and company will talk about this. A big 3rd down coming up as the quarter will change.
That is the end of the first quarter. It's Abilene Christian 3.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Alabama nothing. A defensive quarter so far. UAC football on ESPN continues after these messages. Start of the second quarter here in Abilene, Texas at UAC football on ESPN. So what had happened here was there was a timeout actually called by North Alabama with 2 seconds to play in the first quarter. So we ended up missing a play, but it ended up being ACU converting a 3rd down with a 29-yard completion to Tristan Golightly. So we thought it would be a 3rd down coming out of the quarter break. ACU converts a play during the timeout. So it's 1st and 10 for Abilene Christian at the North Alabama 47-yard line. So a lot happened there, but it is a 1st and 10 for ACU.
Yeah, it's kind of a late call there by North Alabama. Again, with that wind, I think, in ACU's face. Offensively, North Alabama said, we want you to have to throw the football into the wind. And McIver did it successfully as he hits Golightly for his first reception. So just like that, we flip the field, but we stay on the south end. ACU now in plus territory with the wind at their back.
So the Wildcats have it 1st and 10. The Lion 47, and off the fake McIver, the ball's tipped. It's still complete to Jed Castles, the Abilene Christian tight end. It turns into a loss of 3. The tackle made by Cameron Green on the defensive end. That wasn't the plan, but it's a catch anyway.
I think it was McKinley Newbill, the defensive end, who's able to get his paw on there and really disrupt the rhythm of that play, although Castles makes the catch. But because of the deflection and catch and then subsequent tackle, it's a 3-yard loss. So Lions a nice play to start the second quarter. ACU behind the sticks.
2nd and 13 at midfield. Right at the 50 now. Golightly, the man in motion. Off the fake, McIver's got immediate pressure, and he will throw it away, basically near the direction of Golightly. And now a flag comes out very late on the near sideline. 3rd and 13 is coming up for ACU.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened here on the near sideline, but I will tell you, McIver very lucky as he rolled out and threw kind of an up for grabs ball. Newbill was giving chase again.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, number 75, 15-yard penalty, the down count. It'll be 3rd down.
So it'll still be 3rd down. It's an after the play dead ball foul. So 3rd and 28 now after the penalty on Rafidi Girmay, the right tackle. So they pick up a 30-yard play on third down. Now they're right back to where they were. It's 3rd and 28.
Penalties have not been huge this year, just 50 yards per game for ACU, but that's a big one. They're almost a drive killer. North Alabama, who has been bringing pressure here, I would anticipate will play coverage, make a tackle, and get the football back.
And Abilene Christian sets up the screen for Banks, and he'll take it across the 40, a safe call to get a little bit more room for a punt. And they get the big 3rd down conversion, and then the penalties back them up, and the drive ends, and the Wildcats will punt it. Points hard to come by so far today, 3-0 ACU. Just when you think you might be moving, you go backwards, and North Alabama will get it right back.
Well, we had talked about this too, Zach, prior to the game. You know, when you have this united conference, and these two teams, there's so many matchups this year where maybe the two opponents don't know each other. It takes a quarter or so to fill each other out, get into the rhythm of the game.
Good punt by Grant Nickel. It takes a turn inside the 10. They'll down it at the 6. 52-yard punt. Lions get it back. 3-0 ACU.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road, from up in Amarillo down to San Antone. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome home, Wildcats. Moody Coliseum, the longtime home of ACU basketball, is back.
This is the premier ACU Wildcat offense.
Look at that gem.
ACUTV is really special because you have an opportunity to dive in and to get started day one.
You could start out on camera or you could start out in the studio, but if you want to direct or if you want to TD or if you want to operate cameras or do replays, you have the opportunity to do all of that and learn.
If you have any love or any interest in TV or just really want to find a community of people who want to work hard and follow their passions, that's what ACUTV is.
3-0 Abilene Christian. Keith Patterson's group in front, second-year head man for ACU. And Andy, this is the first real turmoil that Keith Patterson, KP they call him, has gone through at ACU. They didn't have a losing streak last year, finishing 7-4.
Yeah, not at all. 7-4. 3 of those games were 3-point losses. Very competitive last year. It's been competitive this year, but now 3 in a row that they've been on the downside. So a little bit of adversity here, but a 2-week stretch since the last game with the open date last week to reset things. And Keith Patterson was very open this week. He said, hey, we haven't played our best football, and in this point of the year, it starts to be a grind, and it's those teams who continue to love and enjoy playing the game of football that flip the script and get back on the winning side.
Off the fake, they're throwing it from the 6. Down the sideline is Takari Kennebrew, the big play receiver. He's been around a long time for the Lions, out to the 32, a gain of 26.
The Lions took an entire quarter to set this play up. They've been running the football. Kennebrew, obviously the bigger receiver here for the Lions, makes his first catch. It's an easy play action throw right up the field for his first reception of the afternoon.
On the carry, going quickly, pickup of 2 yards. Parker Driggers, redshirt junior running back. He's in his 5th year with the Lions. Kennebrew in his 6th year. You mentioned his first catch, over 1,500 yards and 21 touchdowns in his North Alabama career.
Closing in on the school record then. That school record in his grasp, just 25. He's 3rd all time in UNA touchdown receptions.
They're going to hand it off up the middle and breaking a tackle, kind of rumbling his way up to the 40-yard line. Jacob Cummings, listed as a tight end, a redshirt senior out of Auburn, Alabama. 3rd and 2 coming up for North Alabama. I love the aggressiveness.
Please
from the
reset the
6
game
yard.
clock to 12:26.
And already, Zach, UNA just had 37 yards of offense in the first quarter, already with 35 here in just a few plays in the second quarter.
And now a 3rd and 2. 1 for 4 on 3rd down today for UNA. ACU brings 5. Walter's going to throw it, fades it, and it's incomplete. The hit made by Jameer Dudley for Abilene Christian. Walters tried to fit it in. Couldn't get it to David Florence. A great throw. Dudley just broke it up, and it's 4th down. And on comes the punt team for the Lions. So Watford will punt it. And Nice is back deep for ACU. Boy, that was some kind of play by Dudley, the true freshman out of Schertz, Texas. Short punt. It's going to roll around and take a nice North Alabama hop down to the 17-yard line. 43-yard punt. ACU back to work downtown Abilene on a Saturday. Back here in Abilene, early second quarter, and Brent Dearman looking on, first-year head coach for North Alabama, as Abilene Christian will get it to start the drive here from the 17-yard line. And McIver off the fake. He wants a deep shot. He's got Jones all alone. It goes through his hands. Wide, wide, wide open. Markale Jones. And a Memphis transfer drops. It would have been a huge play. Incomplete.
Well, that's what you'd love to have back, because Jones just wide open, just didn't see it all the way in, right through the hands. Well, that's a head scratcher. That one will hurt down the stretch. You reset, you get a second down. It's it.
Had that one inside UNA territory, and now back to work on second down. It's a handoff there, and breaking tackles. Oh boy, that could have been something big as well. Kind of an ankle tackle there. They hand it off to ACU, trying to bouncing that thing to the outside, but not much doing. So 3rd and 5 coming up for the Wildcats. Had the big play and the drop, and now 3rd and 5, and ACU 2 for 6 on 3rd down here this afternoon. McIver's going to throw. He's got some pressure, trying to float it incomplete, looking for McCaslin. And it was nearly picked, a diving attempt by Lance Stell. And what would have been a big play is now a 3-and-out, time to punt.
And on 3rd down, boy, UNA is just dialing up the pressure, and McIver just unsure on his feet, just knew he had to get rid of the football to try to keep the play alive, but nobody in the area to make a catch. And it's another 3-and-out series here for the Wildcats. 5 possessions, 4 punts for the ACU offense.
So Grant Nickel will punt it away for ACU. Good punt, fair catch had at the 23-yard line. Kobe Warden.
Timeout.
Defensive battle, 3-0 ACU.
Meet Anthony Egbo, star student athlete and proud ACU Wildcat.
Hey Wildcat students and fans, it's Anthony Egbo. I'm excited to tell you guys about a fantastic opportunity with First Financial Bank. Did you know that First Financial Bank is giving away $1,000 towards fall and spring tuition? Yeah, you heard it right. Whether you're a student or a proud parent, any use of the First Financial Bank Visa debit card enters you to win big and make those college dreams a reality. Head on over to First Financial Bank today, and who knows, you just might be the lucky winner.
No purchase necessary. For official rules and information, including other ways to enter, visit ffin.com/tuition-sweepstakes.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
expected to be a beautiful night here in the big country. Brent Dearman looking on, the head coach of North Alabama. Let's talk about the head coach. Down to Joseph we go.
Yeah, Zach, let's get to know the visiting head coach here for just a little bit. At just 38 years old, Brent Dearman was named the head football coach at the University of North Alabama. As you can see, he has a lot of Power 5 experience, but also a lot of playing and coaching experience across the college football landscape. But you know, what stood out to me is those who work for and with him said not only is he an excellent coach, but he is a man of integrity and a man of faith, and that's what brings the football program in every single day to work. Guys, back to you.
Joseph, thank you very much. Yeah, first-year head coach trying to get this thing turned around and looking for their first winning season since 2018. And on the handoff here on second down, up the middle for DeMarcus Lacey. And it has been a commitment to the run game for North Alabama here in this first half, down 3-0.
Well, I got to tell you, the stat sheet is not very impressive here in a 3-0 game, at least offensively, but don't forget about hidden stats here. Grant Nickel, the punter for ACU, 4 punts today, 45.5 yards. And listen to where these drives have started for UNA. They're on 21, they're on 10, they're on 27, they're on 6, they're on 23. So commitment to the run, yes, but long fields ahead here for the Lions. Have not been able to sustain a drive, establish a deep drive that will get a first down here and keep this drive alive.
They needed that. It was 1 for 5 on third down coming into that play, but I'll take it to the 39-yard line, and now up quickly goes Walters and company. Tempo, tempo, tempo. They will hand it. No, Walters keeps to the outside. He goes, dances around, and he's able to tiptoe to the 47-yard line and a nice gain of 8 on first down.
Boy, I tell you, I'm really surprised. You say commitment to the run. I'm just as surprised as you are, especially when you look at the stat sheet for this UNA team all year long. And Walters with 4 games of 250-plus yards passing. So far, just 4 of 8, 41 yards. But the commitment to the run and the Lions starting to move the football.
Second and short. Quick screen to the outside. J.J. Evans, he will have it. And he's trying to push the pile right to the 49. That's the line to gain. I think they're going to give him the first down. They will move the chains, 1st and 10.
That almost works just like a running play. It's a quick pass out to the left flat. You can just see. Quick little screen. Easy catch. You need 2. The play gives you 3. First down and 10.
They'll actually move it to the 50-yard line. So 1st and 10. Lacey, the man in motion, and Walters giving him direction. Off the fake, Walters, a little bit of pressure, looking to the outside, is picked off! What a play, Patrick Jolly! Interception number 3 for the season for number 23. Wow, how did he grab that? What a play.
Boy, all sorts of athleticism for Jolly, as you mentioned, 3rd interception on the season. 2nd pick for the Wildcat defense today, and it's a ball that Walters just floats a little too much. Jolly able to get up underneath the receiver there, and I think that was Warfield, the intended receiver, and Jolly again, just an athletic play to undercut the route on the floating pass and get the INT.
Spectacular play. Yeah, that ball hung up there for a while. Jolly, he's got now 3 of the only 4 interceptions for this Abilene Christian defense this season. ACU takes over at the 38. Up 3-0. McIver off the fake. He's got time. Here's Go Lively, and it's in and out of his hands. That's a couple of big drops for these ACU receivers. But before we look at that, let's go back to the pick.
Yeah, again, just some misdirection. The pocket starting to collapse for the first time on Walters really all afternoon, and Jolly just an athletic play to undercut that route get up underneath that throw and get up in the air and make that INT.
And now let's start talking about these ACU receivers. That's 2 huge drops on what would have been deep pass plays. Golightly catches the screen. He'll take it, and he is just wrestling forward with a shot, Williams, and it's enough for a first down to the 48. I didn't think that had a chance to turn into 10 yards, and sure enough it did.
I want to take you back to the first down play that Golightly missed the reception on the deep ball. Boy, Blaine Taylor in the center of the field, post pattern was wide open as well. And if you'll remember the last route, Markel Jones was wide open on a deep route. I think some vertical routes are open for this Wildcat defense. Again, it starts with running the football, which they've done well. I anticipate some more vertical routes here for the Wildcat offense.
If they connect on a couple of them, or even one of them, could be a game-changing type play. Castle's in motion. They'll go on the ground. And they will hand it off to Jordan Vaughn, who was impressive and nearly broke a long run on the last drive. This is a guy who just doesn't get any carries his first of the year. That was his now second attempt. And look, number 26, Vaughn getting involved.
Yeah,
now.
The sophomore out of Manville, the transfer from the University of Wyoming, and making an impact. Yeah, Zach, as you mentioned, not on the stat sheet coming into today, but 2 big carries here in the first half. That one garners 13 and a Wildcat first down.
Timeout to fix the chains.
Stoppage as they fix the chains. Abilene Christian inside the 40.
Media, timeout.
So a timeout on the field. Under 7 to play in the second quarter. Missed opportunities, it's been all defense. 3-0 ACU with the ball, and they're driving. Nothing Abilene Christian as you peek at the beautiful campus of Abilene Christian University. It is homecoming here in the middle of October, a beautiful Saturday afternoon. And ACU trying to get some more points here, up 3-0, and they'll get it to Jordan Vaughn again as their carry of the game. And he'll take it inside the 35-yard line. You figure points would be huge for ACU as we tick under on this back half of the second quarter.
The only 3 points thus far, Zach, were off of the first interception, the Cohealy interception, so points off of turnovers for the Wildcats. And again, coming off now the interception by Jolly. So another chance for points off turnovers here. Good starting field position has led to getting deep now here in plus territory.
Second down. Hand off up the middle. Vaughn again to the 32-yard line. Gain of 2. So now third down. They've got a stud kicker in Ramsey. So from here it would be about a 50-yard try. But they would love to get more than 3 on this. It's a big 3rd and 5 as we approach 5.5 to go. Definitely in Ramsey range. Trips to the top of your screen for the Wildcats. And now Castle's in motion.
Man coverage. But a false start here. What motion showed man
false
coverage.
Start.
False
Offense.
Start here on the offense.
Number 70.
Push it
5-yard penalty.
Third down.
Still third down.
He's struggling third down conversions already. Just 2 for 7 on the afternoon. And really that 5-yard penalty will push Ramsey even deeper in his field goal range. So now at third down and 10, yeah, the play is more difficult, but really you need positive yardage to try to push Ramsey back into his field goal range.
Yeah, now because now from here, it's more like a 55-yard try. 3rd and 10 for the Wildcats. Pressure coming. McIver looking Taylor's way to the sideline, incomplete. And this may be a long field goal attempt for the Wildcats. They're in kind of no man's land. And And they're going to bring the punter Nickel on instead, so they will not kick it with Ramsey. They will punt it away.
Well, this has been a field position type of first half here, and with what Nickel has done, already 4 punts, averaging 45 yards. He's pinned UNA inside the 10-yard line already twice here in the first half. Keith Patterson going to continue to trust his defense and continue to play field position.
30-second timeout, Abilene Christian. It's their first of the half.
But how big is that false start penalty there, Zach? I mean, you have a 3rd and 5, you're really in field goal range. And it's just really been the tail of the tape here in this first half. It's two teams that are just struggling to get on the positive side of their play. Of course, losing streaks for both teams. And it's just little plays like that. Yeah, it goes down as a 5-yard penalty, but really that's a point play. It takes an opportunity for 3 points away from your field goal kicker in Ramsey. Although, as we look at the timeout, the field goal unit coming back on the field.
And I wonder if that's why they called the timeout, to decide to bring Ramsey out. He is 3 for 3 at 50+ this year, and he does have a long of 55. This would match that. It's a 55-yard try for Kyle Ramsey. High snap, but they get it down. Ramsey on the way. It is good. And now a late flag comes out. Ramsey from 55 to make it 6-0, his 4th kick of the year from 50+. We'll see what the flag is.
Boy, it came out late. I think it's dead ball penalty after the play. Field goal should stand.
Brad Carroll, the referee, will. Yeah, if it's after the play, you figure it would be on the kickoff. If it's during the play, we'll see.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, receiving team, number 45. That's his first of the game. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. That's number 45, first unsportsmanlike of the game.
So after the play, so the penalty comes on the kickoff, so the score remains 6-0. And what a weapon he's turned into. They needed to shore up the kicking game from a year ago. They've done that. Ramsey's been spectacular.
I think Keith Patterson, just absolute confidence in Ramsey, his first year with an ACU helmet this year. And yeah, again, 3 from 50+, and we thought the false start penalty would cost him an opportunity for his 4th 50+ of the year. Keith Patterson says, no, I've got confidence in my kicker. 7 for 7 on the year, 3 of those 50 or more. Let's give him a shot in the defensive game, and Ramsey comes through.
How do you attack a kickoff from the 50-yard line? I think you could play this and kind of pooch it short and try to pin him deep. We'll see what Ramsey decides to do. Well, and instead he's just going to boot it out the back of the end zone anyway. Bring it out to the 25. I don't know. I feel like there's ways to do that when you get that kickoff from the 50.
But again, Zach, I'm going to go back to this has been a field possession type of first half. Hey, just let UNA start at the 25 and try to drive the field. They've been unsuccessful in doing that. Hey, I want to give a shout out. Can I give a shout out real fast? Morgan Lineberry. Does that name sound familiar? Field goal kicker here at ACU from 2009 to 2012. Lineberry, the all-time leader in career field goals with 50+ with 4. He's got some company now, and Kyle Ramsey just made his 4th from 50+.
And he's done it all this year in his first year, the Houston transfer. That's big time for Ramsey. As this drive starts at the 25 for North Alabama. Can they go the length of the field? They get a 4-yard pickup here on first down. Again, that commitment to running it with DeMarcus Lacey. His 8th carry of this first half. 2nd and 5 or 6 coming out.
Well, here we are at 4:40 left in the first half, and that play puts UNA over 100 yards of total offense here in the first half.
What might be their final drive of this first half, we shall see. It's a flag before the snap. It looks like movement up front.
False start. Offense, number 88, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
You can see behind the official Brad Carroll, there's that like confetti stuff all over the turf. They used that from the stands prior to the opening kickoff. I'm surprised the officials haven't made them sweep that up. I hope that does not mess with any of the footing of some of the players, but you can see kind of the purple kind of glow from those, that reflection of those. Here is an option play. What year is it as they fling it back to Lacey, and they will be right at the line of scrimmage. The old option with Walters. No gain.
Well, that was really dangerous, too. I thought Walters had a seam for 5, 6, 8 yards, and then he pitches it back. And great play coming off the edge. I believe that's Jolly who makes the play. I think Walters turned what would have been a 6 or 8 yard gain back into no gain on the play. And here, UNA again behind the sticks, 3rd down and 11.
North Alabama 2 for 6 on 3rd down today. They're going to hand it on the edge, and a very safe, conservative call that Abilene Christian is all over. And time to punt for the Lions, and now ACU up 6-0. Gets a chance to get it back one more time.
Boy, and I'm really surprised they're 3rd down and 11. No real feel there to try to stretch the field vertically. I haven't seen much from this passing game, at least deep down the field. I knew they would be a side-to-side lateral, get in space and find a seam and get up the field. But even on 3rd down and 11, just no real look to try to get up the field, try to get a 1st down.
A punt coming again. Oh, no, this is not good. To the sideline. That's going to stay on the UNA side of the field. Where will they spot that? Oh, boy, it's at the 38. That's a 13-yard punt. Disaster for North Alabama right there. Going into the wind again, not a deafening wind, but enough to mess with it. But that looked more like a mishit from Watford more than anything else.
Boy, and how big does this drive feel right here?
Massive.
A 6-0 game. Defense has been the name of the game for both teams. Field position has really been the key. The 2 turnovers have led to short fields for ACU to get 2 field goals. ACU's offense hasn't looked great today, but because of field position, 6 points on the scoreboard, and now a short field with just a few minutes left here in the first half.
McIver, he's wanting to take shots. He's got another one wide open. They convert it this time. Jed Castles. Touchdown, Abilene Christian. They finally hit the deep shot. Castles for 6.
ACU likes something down the field. They've got numbers deep down the field. Bootleg coming right. Castles back up the far sideline. Just a vertical route and no coverage on the backside. Perfect pass and catch. You'll see Castles wide open. The secondary lost him down the field. Beautiful pass and catch for the touchdown.
38-yard TD for Jed Castles. Ramsey tacks on the extra point. Not much of a scoring drive. 1 play, 38 yards. His 2nd touchdown of the season for big number 88.
Boy, just again a great play. A bootleg going to the right. You look at the safety, Edwin White Schultz. You can see his eyes coming to the near sideline. He took those first couple of steps to the near sideline. Amari Floyd, the linebacker who was supposed to pick up Castles in coverage, missed him. Castles ran right by him, and a perfect throw for McIver. McIver's had some looks down the field. He's just been a little bit off on his deep routes, his deep throws, but that one right in the breadbasket. Great catch by Castles, who gets into the end zone. And boy, 13-0 just feels huge here in the first half. That's a big shot of momentum for the Wildcats.
2 field goals off of interceptions. And then that almost felt like a turnover, just a 13-yard punt. And 1 play later, boom, 13 zip, they get the TD. All 3 of their scores have come from starting in great field position. Abilene Christian takes advantage. 13-0, 2:40 to go until halftime. And you're right, Andy, 13-0 feels like a daunting task for North Alabama. And Ramsey out the back of the end zone. So what does this Lion offense need to do here? Noah Walters, you've said it. We talked about it on air and off and during the break. Just nothing in the passing game here from North Alabama so far in this first half.
Yeah, just 5 of 10, 44 yards here in the first half. You can establish the run for a while, which UNA has tried to do, but at some point, I just feel like Walters and the arsenal he has around him in the receiving core. They're going to open this thing up, and now down 13, maybe a little sense of urgency to try to get some points before the half. We might see this offense open up a little bit.
They may have to. And Walters with just a 3-man rush, quick throw, and the catch. How did he fit that in there to Caleb Heatherly, the starting tight end with his first catch of the season right there for UNA. Just a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Kennebrews only been targeted once today. Florence has been targeted 3 times, just 1 reception. But those are the main 2 receivers in this receiving core.
Back on the ground, near a first down, Lacey. Able to move the chains to convert it up across the 35. Lions go quickly. See if they continue to throw it on first down again. No, they won't. Lacey, he has to make multiple men miss. Somehow got back to the line of scrimmage. It's a heck of an effort to get right back to the 36, 2nd and 10.
Well, I think that's Reese Young, the middle linebacker, sophomore out of Stephenville, just shot the gap. First contact, had some help from his Wildcat defensive mates.
Moved to the reserves role this year at the linebacker, but they rotate through at that side of the ball. Young, a big part of what this defense does. 2nd and 10 now, under a minute and a half. Walters got to put it up, gets rid of it into the flat, and then trying to make men miss was Cooper, and he's only able to get about a yard or so. As we have a minute or so coming up, and I think ACU is going to call a timeout defensively. They will.
Well, that's compliments to the Wildcat secondary on that last play.
30-second timeout.
Nothing open down the field. Walters has to go to his check down out in the flat, and then the linebackers in the secondary come up and make the play. And because of that, now a 3rd down and 9, just over a minute left in the half, and a chance for the Wildcats maybe to get the football back. Maybe you get one more short punt, one more short field. You've seen the leg of the kicker here, Kyle Ramsey, still perfect on the year, so maybe a chance to steal points. A few more points here in the last minute of the half.
And if you flip it, if North Alabama can get a first
timeout
down,
was called by Abilene Christian.
They can try to go steal a point here before halftime. Sam Contorno, his long is 42 this year. So I figure you probably need about the 25-yard line or so. So they got a long ways to go. But
Zach, I'm trying to think. Has North Alabama run a play on ACU territory?
I
know they've been right around
one.
the 50. I don't know if they've passed the 50-yard line yet today.
116 yards of offense. Walters on 3rd down. Puts it up, down the sideline, into the breadbasket. What a throw. Inside the 25, and now the ball is loose right at the end. Boy, a lot to dissect here. ACU came away with a football. Terrific throw down the sideline. One, is it a fumble? Where's he at? Was he out of bounds? A lot to look at. Here we go. Ripped out. Well, and then it has to be a clean recovery, too, by Aaron Reynolds. He ripped it away from Dakota Warfield.
Ruling on the field.
What's the call?
Was a fumble recovered by a player that was out of bounds. It'll be first down for North Alabama.
So it is a fumble, but ACU recovers it out of bounds is the ruling.
Well, that's a great catch by Florence. It keeps the play alive. Yeah, Reynolds strips the football and recovers it, but as you can see, yeah, the feet are out of bounds. He's the first one to touch it. Possession stays with the offense on a play like that. And on the longest play of the day for the Lions, here they are down in scoring position with a minute to work with.
42 yards, terrific throw. Best throw of the day for Walters. Dropped it into Warfield. And they are fortunate, but they'll keep it at the 21 with 59 seconds. So a chance here for the Lions. Walters to the outside, caught, and to the boundary. The catch made for KJ Fields, the freshman out of Huntsville, Alabama. He'll get 6.
Well, that's back-to-back solid throws by Walters. That's a long throw in the out pattern, but velocity on that one, good pass and catch.
They'll give him 5. 2nd and 5. Walters dumps one off into the flat. Driggers has to make some men miss. And the tackle made by Jameer Dudley, who's made a couple of nice defensive plays for Abilene Christian. 3rd and 3 here, 39 seconds and counting. You figure North Alabama's definitely in field goal range. They would like more. 30 seconds. 3rd and 3, pressure comes. Walters delivers incomplete, and a flag comes in. Egbo in coverage, Warfield the target. It's on ACU.
Holding, defense, automatic, first down, half the distance to the goal line.
Egbo in coverage.
That's a good play design there. Motion out of the backfield shows man-to-man coverage. Egbo on an island there on the far side. They try the slant pattern, which is incomplete, but Egbo with contact. It brings up a first down and goal now for the Lions.
It did look live like he got there definitely too soon. Good call. 1st and goal at the 6. ACU calls the defensive timeout. Then North Alabama takes advantage, and they've got a chance to score. 1st and goal. 23 seconds. Walters looking, throwing, incomplete behind the target. And down on the ground is Kennebrew. Well, he took a shot from Dudley.
What Walters missed there, this is a touchdown. He just absolutely misses this route. Thrown behind Kennebrew, yeah.
Ooh, boy, that's defenseless receiver area there.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's a touchdown. That's a ball thrown behind Kennebrew. That's an easy play right there at the goal line.
The previous play is under further review.
I think it's review for potential targeting.
Possible targeting.
A pretty big hit on Kennebrew by Jameer Dudley. So they will look at that. You're right, though. That was a touchdown, a walk-in if they could connect. But that looked like an illegal hit. There looked like helmet to helmet there. We'll take a look.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
So they're going to review it and look at it.
Yeah, the mouthpiece comes flying from Kennebrew.
More so defenseless receiver than anything else. And really hard for Kennebrew to even get out of the way. And again, Dudley trying to break up a pass, but it looked like you get the helmet to helmet there. 20 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Making a play on the football, maybe that's the only, maybe that's the conversation here, is trying to make a valid play on the football, but definitely contact up around the helmet.
No flag was thrown on the play.
Correct.
So they're going to review it to take a look, but yeah, that was a pretty vicious hit. Dudley on Kennebrew.
Zach, let's keep in mind, UNA will get the second half kickoff here. So a game that's been dominated defensively by both teams. ACU finally trying to get some stretch room. UNA a chance to score here and then get the football to start the second half.
So that's the review. They're reviewing the hit. Dudley.
After review, the ruling on the field of no targeting is confirmed.
No targeting, confirmed. Dudley and Kennebrew there. So it remains 2nd and goal.
And again, I think the defense there on the play by Dudley is making a play on the football.
Right.
There was helmet-to-helmet contact, but not necessarily his full attention was on Kennebrew, the receiver there. So.
And live, it's a terrible throw. Right. So I mean, he's not thinking. He's thinking I'm going to dislodge a football, but the football was nowhere near it because the throw was well behind. All right, 2nd and goal with 20 seconds. Man in motion, Florence. Walters sidearms one, caught. Tackled right at the line of scrimmage, 14 seconds, and a timeout called.
Timeout, North Alabama. Their second of the half. 30 seconds.
So you figure 3rd and goal here. And they do have one timeout in North Alabama, so they could technically throw it in the field of play here, but it's 3rd and goal at the 6.
Yeah, clock's really not a factor here with one more timeout, and you're now on 3rd down. I think the playbook is wide open. Do you run the football? I don't know if if you can garner 6 yards on a running play. I think you're still trying to throw something out in space here in the flats or something into the end zone. Try to look for some crossing routes, maybe around the goal line, try to disrupt some defenders with some crossing routes, something along those lines. We saw ACU in man-to-man coverage a moment ago.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 15 seconds.
This is a big formation here. Tight end, a lead blocker in the backfield.
Thank you.
They had a second, 15 seconds. Power package here. Third down, off the fake. Walters one-on-one, lobs it. It is caught for the touchdown. Takari Kennebrew comes back to make the grab with 10 seconds in the half. Touchdown, North Alabama.
Beautiful pass and catch. Kennebrew saw the football. Patrick Jolly never saw the football. And in that personnel package, Kennebrew's your big option in the receiving core. And little back shoulder throw there. And boy, that's a perfect pass and catch. And North Alabama has taken the momentum here in the last few seconds of the first half.
Career touchdown number 22 for Takari Kennebrew. And now the extra point for Sam Contorno. A huge conversion at the end of the half. A 10-play, 75-yard drive for their first points of the game.
And an offense that's been very stagnant really in the first half. Boy, what a great momentum boost. What a catch by Kennebrew. As you mentioned, career touchdown number 22. He's third on the list in Lion history in career touchdown receptions, 8 a year ago, and that touchdown already touchdown number 6 here on the season. And yeah, North Alabama back within 1 score, and they're going to get the football to start the second half. Just 10 seconds here in the first half. What a flip of the script here in the last few minutes.
And I mean, Abilene Christian called a defensive timeout,
Right.
thinking with almost 2 minutes left that maybe they could get the ball back and score. And then you get the huge play down the sideline to Dakota Warfield, and then it turns into a touchdown. And yeah, the old 2-for-1 chance here, assuming something doesn't happen in the final 10 seconds here of this second quarter. That was a massive drive. Noah Walters, couple of fantastic throws from that quarterback spot. Contorno will kick it off. Short kick, fair catch, right at the 10 by Jones. 1 timeout, 10 seconds. I don't know, we've seen crazier things in the world. At the 25-yard line. North Alabama just hanging in. You know, they made some mistakes, couple of turnovers. The defense has really just hung around the 1 touchdown pass, and then the big drive, and they're right in this game going into halftime.
I think if I know Keith Patterson like I think I do, I think this is pretty conservative here. Take this thing to the half. Still a 6-point lead for the Wildcats. It just feels like the momentum on the visitor's side right now.
So if they take a deep shot here, I'll hold you to it.
I don't know Keith Patterson very well.
From the 25, 10 seconds and a timeout. And it is a fake, and McIver, he is going to throw it, and it's dangerously thrown to Tristan Golightly and knocked away, nearly intercepted. But Jaquan Woods.
Boy, Golightly really turned into the defender there. As the ball underthrown, Woods had a chance to intercept that thing. Golightly turned into the defender and knocked that football away.
3 seconds. I don't know, one more, we'll see. This time it is a handoff. And a little bit of space, and taking it to the 40-yard line to end the half, Jordan Vaughn, and that'll do it. Wild. It was 3-0 forever. Second quarter was pretty crazy. It's 13-7. Abilene Christian on top of North Alabama. We've got halftime on ESPN coming up after this. 13-7, Abilene Christian on top of North Alabama. Halftime here in Abilene, Texas for homecoming. As we say, welcome upstairs, everybody. Zach Carlisle with Andy Penny. And I tell you what a kind of odd first half here. It was real defensive for a while. 3-0 ACU for the longest time, and then touchdowns by both teams to end the first half, and North Alabama's right in it, down 6.
And I tell you, yeah, the early storylines were field position and turnovers. The 2 takeaways by ACU led to the 2 field goals to give the early 6-0 lead. The short punt, ACU gets in the end zone on the 38-yard touchdown pass to Jed Castles. It's 13-0 and everything going the way of ACU, but give UNA credit. Only had 172 yards of offense in the first half, but 75 of them come on the last drive when their backs were against the wall. A touchdown drive, they get in the end zone. It's 13-7 on the scoreboard, and that is huge momentum builder for UNA to end that first half.
I mean, yeah, and so you look at that and you see the turnovers there. That really played a factor early on. Both of the touchdown drives, or both of the field goal drives rather, off of the turnovers, and then the short punt leads to the touchdown for Abilene Christian. But how big was that touchdown drive for North Alabama at the end of the first half?
I think so. And just before that drive, we had just talked about UNA hadn't even crossed the 50-yard line. So what do? 2 deep passes to get down inside the 10, and a great pass there to get in the end zone. Great back shoulder throw. Kennebrew makes the catch. And Noah Walters, his first touchdown of the afternoon.
Yeah, these quarterbacks, it was kind of a slow start. Obviously, Walters with the 2 picks. But that big touchdown drive here, Walters had some big-time throws on that drive.
And his stats would show you that for the year, that he's going to make plays. He's set up his offense to an opportunity to take the football to start the second half with, after not playing a great first half, a chance to go take the lead to start the third quarter.
It's going to be a fun second half. Looking forward to it. It's been a close, tightly contested game, and you see it 13-7. Abilene Christian over North Alabama here at the half. Well, before our second half comes up, we are going to send it to a feature. ACUTV's Connor Mullins had a chance to catch up with ACU running back Xavier Wisher. 7. Handed off straight up the middle, walking it home for the touchdown untouched. Xavier Wishart, his second touchdown tonight.
So you were a phenomenal athlete at Jim Ned during your high school days, rushed over for 5,700 yards and had 73 touchdowns. What translates most from your high school game to your college game here at ACU?
The one thing that I can think of right now, is just adapting. I came from a bigger school my freshman year of high school, and then I moved to Jim Ned, and it was very different for me. I had to work hard, to earn my position. Coach Fanning, my high school head coach, the first thing he told me was, you're not just going to get the job just because you come from a bigger school. And so, coming here, I didn't just get the job. I mean, I've had to work for the position I am, and I'm not even the 1 or 2. And so I think the hard work and, my work ethic is definitely what's translated over from high school.
What's it like to be coached by Jarrell Badon, the running backs coach here at ACU, who is from the Big Country as well, playing at Abilene High and ACU?
It's a pretty cool deal. He offers a lot, that I wouldn't have expected. He knows what it takes to, come and produce, because, he didn't even come on scholarship. He came as a walk-on, and, he earned his job, he worked hard. And so, just learning that background of him and, I've just learned and grown a lot as a person, as a running back. Our whole group has grown just from Coach Badon.
They'll hand it. It's Wishart. He is in for the touchdown. Xavier Wishart, first career touchdown at Abilene Christian. 2 drives, 2 TDs.
You scored 2 touchdowns in your season debut this season against Northern Colorado. What went well for you in that game, and what did you learn from that game?
What I learned from that game is, it's different speeds to, high school and whatnot. So it's definitely getting acclimated to the game is something I took away from that. Another thing is that, I wanted to really earn the trust of my coaches, and hopefully I did that in that game. Hopefully I could continue to do that. And I'm going to continue to do my best. Something big that I hope, I felt like a family. I felt like I, belonged here, and, the guys, they really took me in that game, and, they celebrated with me, and I really felt honored to, be on the ACU football team.
What can ACU fans expect from you the rest of this season and the rest of your time here at ACU?
You know, just being involved and, you know, committed. I think that I want to be like somebody that can be consistent and, you know, just be there for the community, you know, represent Abilene well, and, you know, you just keep pushing along and see where it goes.
Second half coming up. It's Abilene Christian 13 and North Alabama 7. Third quarter coming your way on a homecoming Saturday in Abilene, Texas. North Alabama scored that touchdown right before halftime, and they will get the ball to start the third quarter. And Andy, you talked about it, kind of that 2-for-1 kind of score at the back half and try to score here down 6.
And you hear coaches so often talk about the last 4 minutes of the first half, the first 4 minutes of the second half, and how critical that is. And it's playing right into the hands of UNA thus far as they put their first successful offensive drive together in the last 4 minutes of the first half. 10 plays, 75 yards, only 172 yards of offense in the first half, but 75 at a critical point in the game to get back within one score. And because they won the toss and deferred to the second half, they get the football right back with a chance to drive the field again and take the lead here to start the second half.
Kyle Ramsey will kick it away for Abilene Christian, and Caden Cooper lets it go through the end zone for the touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line for this North Alabama offense. 172 yards in the first half, and you mentioned it, that's the best we saw from Noah Walters on that final drive of the second quarter.
12 of 18 in the first half. He overcame 2 interceptions early that led to the 2 ACU field goals, but a great drive there on the last one. 12 of 18, 105 yards and the touchdown. He's had 4 different receivers as part of the 12 completions.
Off the fake, Walters, that quick screen, it is caught. And Kennebrew, who caught the touchdown at the end of the quarter, able to take it for 6. Second and 4 coming up, and that's been an extension of their run game, that screen pass on first down.
We'll give left tackle Whit Mitchum a lot of credit there. He got just enough of a chip on the corner to allow Kennebrew to get up the field.
And now on second down, they'll hand it off to Marcus Lacey's been busy, and he battles through, and he works his way close to the 35, and they're going to give him the first. He is able to pick it up. Darius Moore in there at the end to knock him down. Good effort by Lacey. He's got the first down.
Well, keep an eye on Lacey there. He's really holding that left arm, maybe that shoulder. Yeah, he's going to check out. Took a big shot. As a matter of fact, I thought he bobbled the football in the initial contact. Still able to get 4 yards, but, well, that shoulder got him. He's checked out here.
First down at the 35. Going to hand it off again. Parker Driggers trying to get to the edge, and he puts a shoulder down. Takes it for 4 yards. Let's check in on the sideline with Joseph Chapa.
Yeah, Zach, ACU Sports Hall of Famer and the current world record holder for the longest field goal at 69 yards. Ovi Johansson passed away on September the 30th, and he represented the university for multiple teams in the National Football League and achieved other great accomplishments. But I've talked to some people who knew him and said the excellence that he displayed on the field wasn't even as high as the excellence and integrity that he displayed off the field. He will dearly be missed here in the ACU sports community and all of college football as a whole. Guys, back to you.
Joseph, thank you very much. Yeah, Ovi Johansson, that's that picture of that world record 69-yard field goal in his time. You mentioned it, 12th round of the 1977 NFL Draft, an ACU Hall of Famer. Thank you very much, Joseph. 3rd down and 1 on the handoff. They'll convert it for a gain of 4 straight up the middle, back into the game, picking up a first down. DeMarcus Lacey, his 12th carry of the ball game.
You know, you don't see many records hold for 50 years anymore. If you
No
think
kidding.
about it, DiMaggio 56-game hitting streak, that'll be around for a long time. A 69-yard field goal, almost the 50-year anniversary. Happened right here in Abilene, Texas. Who knew?
First down, handoff, fighting his way through. Jacob Cummings. Oh, look at this. Boy, these runners have really been hard to get down today. I've been really impressed with North Alabama's ability to just kind of bounce forward for extra yards.
And we've seen just the dive play. That's just your typical dive right up the middle. Give the ball to the fullback, push the pile forward. 10-yard gain. And here we go, Zach. We talked about UNA not being on the plus side of the field majority of the first half. Here they are on the plus side of the field, start the second half.
Last 2 drives, they figured something out. Here have these Lions. Walters changing the play. First down in the plus 41. Walters will give it right side. Lacey. He's a powerful runner. 5 more on first down to Marcus Lacey, carry number 13 today. Not a ton of yards, but doing enough to keep them infested in this running game.
Good to see him back on the field. We just saw him a few plays ago go off and holding that left arm really tight. Thought it might be a shoulder injury, but right back on the field after a few plays.
On second down, nice jump cut. And breaking tackles, Lacey again. Down the sideline, and he's inside the 15. Throw a face mask in there as well at the end of it. DeMarcus Lacey with the biggest run of the game, but we got a flag down.
Well, I think Lacey on the stiff arm might have caught.
Did he get the face mask?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Dudley by the face mask.
Oh, wow. Couldn't tell live if that was his face mask being grabbed. That might be offensive.
Personal foul, face mask, offense, number 1, 15-yard penalty. Still second down.
Great call, Andy. Lacey called for the face mask offensively.
After the penalty was marked off,
not a fan
the
of
first
that
down
one.
was still gained.
Far side. Well, it's an unfortunate call after a great run there by Lacey down inside the 10-yard line. Yeah, Coach Dearman not a fan of that call at all on the far sideline.
So it remains 1st and 10. It does not back them up in terms of first down yardage to get. So it stays 1st and 10, but they put it back at the 27-yard line. After that 24-yard run, back to the ground. This one's Parker Driggers. He's the redshirt junior in his 5th year with North Alabama out of Brantley, Alabama. He's a big play guy. He ripped off a 99-yard run a couple of seasons ago. So they've got these runners that they can get into some space, make some things happen. They've continued to run it well. And enough today, 2nd and 8.
Some personnel changes here for the Lions. 3 receiver set, but no, they're going power.
Busy backfield.
Yeah, two lead blockers here.
2nd and 8. Back to Lacey. He has been busy on this opening drive of the 3rd. And now 3rd down at the 23 coming up.
Continuing to stay committed to the run.
Right guard, Fo Taivai, just lost his helmet, so he has to leave for a play. Colin Wright, he's in at right guard. 3rd and 6.
Single coverage on the top side. Kennebrew scored the touchdown in a similar formation in the first half.
Florence in motion. 3rd down, 3 on the rush. They flip it out. It's caught, and short is Lacey. Trying to extend his arm. Looks like he's a couple of yards shy. And now a decision in the red zone here for North Alabama.
I think this is all go for UNA. Too much momentum offensively. I think this is all go. ACU caught a break there, but Kennebrew ran a seam right up the hash. He was wide open in the end zone. ACU caught a break. Walters didn't see him.
Would have been his 2nd touchdown of the game. That one would have been a walk-in. They're at the 19. It's 4th and 2. No one goes for it more than North Alabama. Their 26th attempt on 4th down this season. Gonna sling it out. It is Lacey. He's got it. Great play call, takes it inside the 15, and that's their 15th conversion on 4th down this year.
Well, it's a great play call. This isn't the Canadian Football League, but by any stretch, but you get the motion, you get Lacey with some momentum on a sweet play. He's already making his way out to the left flat. It's an easy pass and catch for Walters, and it's just a sprint to the sideline and the first down marker, and Walters, a great pass to Lacey. Lacey wins the track meet to the first down. It's a new set of downs for UNA.
Miles Murphy in at running back. They will give it to Driggers. And he is just still going. Takes it inside the 10. 6 hard, powerful yards. And now it looks like an injured player down on the field.
Timeout.
They will
for an
look
offensive
at the
injury.
left tackle, Whit Mitchell.
Timeout.
North Alabama driving. Opening possession of the 3rd. Timeout for an injury. You're watching the United Athletic Conference.
Doctors and nurses are the foundation of healthcare, but it takes people from all different backgrounds, experiences, and education with unique talents and skills to fulfill our mission of providing high-quality healthcare, emphasizing excellence and compassion consistent with the healing ministry of Jesus Christ. Join our team of educators, nurses, accountants, pharmacists, environmental service techs, transporters, and more. Be part of something that matters. Be part of the mission. Apply today at hendrickhealth.org/careers.
The best tailgates start with the best beef. And the best beef starts with United Supermarkets. United Supermarkets, where we do beef the best.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road. From up in Amarillo down to San Antonio. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome home, Wildcats. Moody Coliseum, the longtime home of ACU basketball, is back.
This is the premier ACU Wildcat offense.
Look at that gem. Second down out of the timeout, midway through this third quarter rather, and Noah Walters is going to keep it, and he's close to that line to gain. Looked like they need about the 4-yard line here. It looks like 3rd and short coming up. Opening drive of this third quarter, Andy, North Alabama, a chance to take the lead of all things here in the third.
Been an impressive drive to start the second half. We're halfway through the third quarter. I think this is 4-down territory here. 3rd down is short at the 6-yard line.
Powerful run game on this opening drive. They will hand it off, and ACU's right there. Not this time. Wow, what a play up front. Now there are flags at the end.
Well, it's Jerry Lawson just shooting the A-gap.
After the play was over, personal foul, defense, number 95. That penalty's half the distance to the goal line, and an automatic first down.
That is a massive penalty on Jerry Lawson. You make the play, it's for sure a field goal at this point. now a 15-yarder and a first.
I think you're exactly right. Lawson shoots the A-gap, makes the tackle. It's a tackle for loss, and I think you're right. Because of the tackle for loss, I think it's a field goal attempt. But the extracurricular by Lawson, celebrating his own great play, turns a 4th down and what would have been about 2 and 3 into an automatic first down, new set of downs here for UNA inside the 5.
Penalties have been huge at key moments. Look at this.
Swinging gate.
Here we go. Walters throws it. It's Driggers. He is close, and it looks like he's short. Yeah, the swinging gate. We need a bingo card today for everything we've seen. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I didn't have swinging gate on the bingo card. I would have lost today. He just stepped out of bounds. Boy, I thought he was in.
When I see one person snap the ball to the quarterback, I have flashbacks to that Elliott to Dak Prescott play at the end of that 49er Cowboy game last year. Crazy.
Cummings, a lead blocker on the right side. This is a power set.
Why not keep running it? Driggers trying to get to the outside. He will not get there. Abilene Christians played it well. Down here near the goal line, Jameer Dudley and company.
Boy, Dudley's had a nice day today. And again, you have to attack the line of scrimmage when the other team has a goal to go on the 1-yard line. You cannot allow the contact to come to you. You have to attack the line of scrimmage. Great job by Dudley, and another big play here. Zach, 3rd down.
3rd and goal at the 3. North Alabama 5 for 11 on 3rd down today. They fake it. He's going to throw it. It's caught for the touchdown. Wide open in the back of the end zone. Kenny Rawls. He's got his first touchdown of the year. North Alabama an extra point away from the lead.
Absolute great play design here. They fake the run.
The old Tebow play.
Yeah, Kennebrew and Rawls both open. Look like they're going to block. They release. They get into the end zone. Great drive for the Lions.
We got a flag on the extra point. Kenny Rawls in his 5th season at North Alabama, his first career touchdown. And it's to give the Lions a potential lead. What an opening drive, almost 9 minutes.
18 plays, Zach, 75 yards.
Wow. Down 13-0, a touchdown to end the first half. Sam Contorno for the extra point. And it is no good. His 2nd miss. That wasn't even close. And a touchdown to open the 3rd quarter. 18 plays, 75 yards. Extra point, no good. But it's 13-13. Game on in Abilene TX. Now, North Alabama caps off an opening play drive of the second half. There's only 6 minutes left in the third. That one drive, they go down the field, 18 plays, and a touchdown to tie it. The extra point, no good, and we're up at 13-13. Here we go.
Well, kudos again to UNA. They've had the last 2 drives, the end of the first half, the start of the second half, both with touchdown drives. They've eliminated a 13-point deficit. This is going to be a fun one down the stretch.
Sam Contorno will kick it away. Short kick and returnable. ACU from the 19-yard line and take it across the 35. So the first career touchdown for Kenny Rawls, and then it's followed by this next extra point.
Well, this thing just hooked to the right. Not a good kick at all by Contorno. And remember, ACU was actually offsides. They had to kick it twice. Contorno made the first, but ACU was offsides. It was blown dead. So Contorno had to kick it again. He hooked it to the left.
A good offside.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was one of those, yeah. So this drive will start it for ACU with the short kick returned there by Wishart to the 38-yard line. Not a lot of offense. We just haven't seen the offense for Abilene Christian, and here they come from the 38. Noah Caldwell is in motion. Maverick McIver, the QB, after going 8 for 17 in the first half for 119 yards. It's a handoff for a gain of 3 yards to Jordan Vaughn, who's been all of a sudden very busy in this game.
And Zach, let's talk about real time here. Over the last hour, ACU offense really has not been on the field. A 10-play drive for UNA to score, 2 plays for ACU to end the half, and then an 18-play drive. 28 of the last 30 offensive snaps have been the Lions' offensive snaps. It's been a long time since the Wildcats been on the field offensively.
Jordan Vaughn again with his second consecutive carry, takes it to the 44. And 3rd and 5 or so, 3rd and 4 coming up. And all of a sudden, a 3rd down that could keep your offense on the field here as you approach midfield. You got to get your offense and keep them on the field, keep your defense off.
You got to keep some rhythm here offensively. McIver 8 of 17 today, 119 yards, 5 different receivers with receptions. But I think just from a rhythm standpoint to set up the last 20 minutes, it's a critical 3rd down.
Twins to each side. McIver looks middle. Taylor caught it in traffic. Broke away to the 36-yard line. Dangerous throw. Taylor is able to hang on 20 yards.
Great slant pattern. Great pocket. Boy, and Edwin White-Schultz just didn't see the football, I think. I thought he had a chance to potentially jump the route and intercept that, but he just missed it. Taylor didn't. Big pass and catch and a Wildcat first down.
Into North Alabama territory. ACU to the ground, and Vaughn pushing his way to the 31-yard line. So no Jeremiah Dobbins. We haven't hardly seen Javion Sunday. We have not seen Xavier Wisher, but we're seeing Jordan Vaughn today. Go figure. The 4th man on what would be the depth chart for ACU.
Yeah, we talked about the bingo card a second ago. Yeah, we didn't have Vaughn on the bingo card as the leading rusher today. No stats for the year. Let's remind you, no carries coming into today. He's leading the way on the ground, 8 carries, 45 yards.
And just to give you an idea, on the main roster page, he's listed as a linebacker. Sophomore out of Manville, Texas. And McIver, he is ambushed. Down he goes. Rush Lanzell was in there. Daniels as well. McIver goes down.
UNA's brought pressure on passing situations. They're able to pinch the edges there. Lansdale gets there and makes the sack. 3rd down and 10. Vertical routes have been open today for ACU. This is certainly a passing situation.
First sack for either side today. Makes it 3rd and 10. Be about a 53, 54-yard field goal from here. McIver pressure again, and it forces the throw to be a little short. It's incomplete, but we got a flag in the offensive backfield.
Well, I think a little helmet-to-helmet contact here. I think McIver took a shot up top.
Khalil Guillaume came in.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 6. 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Guillaume called for the roughing the passer.
Yeah, just way up high here. Helmet to helmet right up on the chin, the face mask area. Have to protect the quarterback.
You can't go high.
Yeah.
You will be called every time.
The hit's not late, but it's up high. And what was a 3rd and 10, the penalty gives an automatic first down for the Wildcats.
Previous play is under further review for targeting.
And now they'll look at it to see if there's potentially targeting.
Media timeout.
So is it targeting? We will find out. This 3rd quarter moving along. 3 minutes to play in quarter number 3. 13-13 ACU driving. We'll find out if it's targeting when we come back.
ACUTV is really special because you have an opportunity to dive in and to get started day one.
You could start out on camera or you could start out in the studio, but if you want to direct or if you want to TD or if you want to operate cameras or do replays, you have the opportunity to do all of that and learn
If you have any love or any interest in TV, or just really want to find a community of people who want to work hard and follow their passions, that's what ACU TV is.
Our early leaders sought a new campus on which to build a better future. Surely they could not have imagined how much their vision would grow. Today, Abilene Christian is recognized in national benchmarks for student success outcomes, research productivity, and athletic accomplishments. As we embark on next steps, we are uniquely poised to become one of the nation's premier Christian universities. We invite you to join us. We will climb higher together.
13-13, Galil Guillaume is called for a roughing the passer. The question is now, they're reviewing it to see if there's targeting involved. We'll take a look here. 6 in white.
Well, that's launching. I tell you what, yeah.
After
Crown of the
review,
helmet.
there is no targeting. First down, Abilene.
That's the second time they have turned down targeting. One on Abilene Christian side, one now on the North Alabama side. Both have looked like it could be. They've said no, it remains a roughing the passer, 1st and 10 Abilene Christian.
Well, it's such a difficult call, in my opinion, that targeting call. So the roughing the passer, you know, from an ACU perspective, on a 3rd down and 10 incomplete pass, you get a new set of downs. So, yeah, there's contact and it's up high. It's a football play, it's hard to tell. All that being said, it's 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats.
From the 21-yard line of ACU's opening drive of the 3rd quarter. How could that be? There's only 3 minutes left of the period. Each side's only had it once. It's a handoff coming right. Vaughn tackled for after a gain of maybe 2. Phillip Osai, first one in there. The big defensive end, the Houston Christian transfer from a year ago, 2nd year with North Alabama. 2nd and 8 as ACU's in the red zone.
This is where Jed Castles has been big all season long. Possession receiver. This offense loves the tight end. You're down in that area where they come in big in the pass game.
Big target at 6'7". 2nd and 8. Back to Vaughn again. This time the hole, he was met immediately by Osai. 2nd straight stop for Phillip Osai. 3rd down coming up, and a big one at that late here in the 3rd.
Well, I've really been impressed with UNA's run defense. I mean, ACU, they've been chipping away, but no big chunk yardage. I don't think the longest run more than 4, 5, 6 yards, but not consistently for ACU. UNA's run defense has been really big, and another 3rd down and lengthy here, 3rd down and 9.
67 total rush yards for the Wildcats here today. 3rd and 9. McIver fakes, looks left, it's incomplete, going for Taylor a little high. Even for the 6'5", Blaine Taylor, he couldn't go up and grab it. Field goal try for ACU as they try to regain the lead.
That ball just sailed on McIver. Good coverage there on the backside. KJ Trujillo on the coverage.
Kyle Ramsey has a couple of field goals, 21 yards and 55 yards. This one from 37. It's a good snap, it's a good hold, and Ramsey. What else is new? Right down the middle. He has become Mr. Automatic for ACU, and they regain the lead at 16-13. Minute 39 to go here in this 3rd quarter. North Alabama goes down. They don't take the lead because they miss the extra point, but they score. ACU goes down and scores. We got a minute to go here in the 3rd. And it's 16-13.
Well, nice response by the Wildcats to get points on the board. Ramsey, Mr. Automatic, 9 for 9 on the year now in field goals. And, of course, special teams playing huge. The missed extra point a moment ago, and now the make field goal. ACU back up by 3. But I'm curious to see this UNA offense, who now is in their rhythm, 2 consecutive 75-yard drives for touchdowns. And, you know, if you look at this thing, if they put together another 6, 7, 8-minute drive, possessions are at a premium here in the last 15-plus minutes as we inch close to the end of the 3rd quarter.
9-play, 42-yard drive there for Abilene Christian. Ramsey will send it away. Caden Cooper back deep for the Lions, and through the end zone it goes once again for a touchback. And here comes the UNA offense and Noah Walters. And you mentioned it, now all of a sudden they're kind of humming on this side of the field. But again, they got to respond trailing in the game. Walters has shown the ability to do it. And last time, boy, did they chip away on the ground. And it was really incredible to watch an 18-play drive. And they're very balanced, 132 on the ground, 125 through the air.
55 of that 75 on the last drive was on the ground. So staying committed to the run game. Walters, when he needed a completion, got it. 5 of 6. Only 20 yards in the 5 completions, but when they needed a first down on 4th down, they converted. When they needed the touchdown, they converted.
Drive starts at the 25 and spinning away Driggers, and he with a burst right through the middle. And they'll take it for 16 yards. And again, spinning away, hard to bring down to these backs. And Driggers sprints his way through the middle for 16.
That offensive line starting to really win the line of scrimmage for the Lions.
First and 10. Back on the ground, back to Driggers again. Good blocking up front as well. Offensive line may could start to take over as well here for UNA.
Yeah, Mitchum, Young, Saint on that left side. Gage Saint at 290 pounds, your center. Stevie Young at 290, that left guard. We've said Whit Mitchum's name a few times, the sophomore, the transfer from Kansas State, their left tackle, 6'6", 295. Really owning that line of scrimmage here in the second half.
6-yard gain, 35 seconds to go in the third. Off the fake, looking down the sideline, what a catch! Incredible, Dakota Warfield has been electric down the sideline. Acrobatic catch.
Well, absolutely great. Look at this contortion of the body, wow. Anthony Egbo never saw it. Warfield did, and man, what a catch.
That was spectacular.
The previous play is under further review.
They're going to look at the Warfield catch. Boy, not enough superlatives for it. Let's see if he held on.
The only thing I can think here is that, boy, I thought he held on. Maybe did he? No, he didn't land out of bounds, I don't think. Well, he did have to bobble. Oh, maybe it does. Okay.
A tip of that hit.
What's good vision by the officials. Yeah, I think that one might come back.
Spectacular effort.
Yeah.
That ball might have jarred itself loose there. It can hit the ground if you have possession of it.
Yeah, I think the ground helped him make the catch here.
Right.
Just with the bobble, I didn't see the initial bobble when he made the catch. But I think he's still trying to bring it in and get possession of the football as it hits the ground. We've been 0 for 2 on targeting up here in the booth today, so I hate to say this one will be reversed because we've been 0 for 2 on what we thought might be targeting.
Call on the field is catch, so they have to change it.
True. Was a great look from our ACU TV crew as well. Great job, fellas. But right there, well, that nose of the football skips on the ground once, maybe twice.
Does the ball move at all?
I just don't know if he's got it tight enough to his body. Right there, it's kind of cradled between his forearm and his chest with not much hand help. Not to say that's not a catch. You don't have to necessarily have the hand on the football, but
that's close. It doesn't look like it really moves that much. Again, there has to be enough to change that from a catch to being incomplete. Right now, as it stands, it's a 25-yard completion to Warfield, who had a big 42-yarder earlier. Here's the call from Brad Carroll.
After review, the ruling on the field is incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down for North Alabama.
One more look, they call it incomplete.
Boy, take nothing away from the effort there by Warfield. I really thought he had it. Athletic play, but yeah, I just think after the bobble there, Zach, I just think he had the football between his forearm and his chest.
Yeah.
The nose of the football hit the ground twice, and just with no help from the hand, I just feel like that's maybe what said, nah, he really didn't have full possession of the football, and then the ground helped him keep it tight to his body.
And if the ground helps you catch it, that's incomplete. If you have full possession and it touches the ground already, after that, you can hold on to it and keep it a catch. But if the ground helps you, they'll call it incomplete. That is huge. It's, as you mentioned, 3rd and long.
Well, that really changes the dynamic, yeah, of the drive. It's the changer making their way back.
Would have been 1st and 10 at the 28. Instead, 3rd and 4 back at the 47.
And Zach, I do not see Kennebrew on the field here, the leading receiver for the Lions here.
One of the great Lions of all time.
Yeah, he is not in this personnel package here, 3rd down and 4.
They need the ACU 49-yard line. Walters rolling, throws picked off! It's Cohealy, he's got his 2nd pick of the day! Well, for a team that can't turn you over, that's 3 interceptions for the ACU defense with 1 second to go in the 3rd.
And Cohealy was all over at the middle linebacker, and Walters made the mistake here. He never took his eyes off his intended receiver. A curl route on the inside. Cohealy, the middle linebacker, spying Walters, the quarterback.
That penalty will be 15 yards, and it'll be Abilene Christian ball, 1st and 10.
So it's a penalty after the play on ACU. And unsportsmanlike, so they'll walk it back, but it will still be 1st and 10 and ACU.
First unsportsmanlike of the game.
But again, Cohealy, middle linebacker, all over the eyes, the vision of Walters, who never took his eyes off his intended receiver there. A 3rd down and 4. It was a short pass pattern just to get a 1st down. But look, Walters eyeing his receiver too much here. And a lot of traffic in there as well. Cohealy read the play right from the snap. 2nd interception of the afternoon for him. 3rd by the Wildcat defense today. A Wildcat defense that only had 4 takeaways coming into today, now with 3 this afternoon.
I couldn't tell if the intended target was Winston Sweeting, 26, but it ended up being Cohealy all over that for his 2nd pick. Abilene Christian with a 2nd in the quarter. And on 1st down, they will hand it to Jordan Vaughn, and he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And it takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Abilene Christian 16, North Alabama 13. UAC football on ESPN continues after these messages. Start of the 4th quarter in Abilene, Texas. It's UAC football on ESPN. Zach Carlisle with Andy Penny and Joseph Chapa Hutton Harris and the gang. Glad you're with us on this beautiful Saturday afternoon in October. Homecoming on Abilene Christian's campus. 2nd down for ACU, up by 3. McIver's taking a shot. Taylor tried to go back for it. Could not do it. KJ Trujillo in coverage. And 3rd and long coming up for ACU here as we open this 4th quarter. And Andy, these are 2 teams that haven't been very good in the 4th quarter this year.
Yeah, both on the decline in the 4th quarter. North Alabama's been outscored by 17 in the 4th quarter. ACU's been outscored by 24 in the 4th quarter. Somebody will have to make some plays here down the stretch. Get their losing streak to come to an end.
ACU 3 for 10 on 3rd down today. They face 3rd and 11, and McIver, the little time. Oh, that ball got up in the air. It's knocked away. It might have been hit and altered by Philip Osai in the backfield. It's incomplete, and it's 4th down and a punt for ACU.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think McIver's hand got hit. Osai got his hand on it, and man, that was almost an interception. Schultz was there. Give Golightly credit. That's the 2nd time today we've seen Golightly have to play defense as a receiver to deflect the ball away.
Edwin White Schultz otherwise might have had his 1st interception of the season. He's the leading tackler this year for North Alabama. It's a punt for Nickel. Gonna hop in, be picked up along the sideline. Goes Kobe Warden, and he'll take it to the 20-yard line. 19 seconds into this fourth quarter, but we have 3 flags down on the play, all at about the midfield logo.
This might be on North Alabama. I'm going by the way that ACU is celebrating coming off the field.
And it was 4th and 11.
Yep.
So we'll see.
The way that Femi Sakiri was coming off the play, this might be
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, return team, number 98, his first of the game. That penalty will be half the distance to the goal line. First down.
So a lot of after the play.
Media timeout.
Post-play fouls today for both sides. It's going to back North Alabama up inside the red zone. Early in the fourth, a 3-point game. Lions will have it when we come back.
The best tailgates start with the best beef. And the best beef starts with United Supermarkets. United Supermarkets, where we do beef the best.
ACUTV is really special because you have an opportunity to dive in and to get started day one.
You could start out on camera or you could start out in the studio, but if you want to direct or if you want to TD or if you want to operate cameras or do replays, you have the opportunity to do all of that and learn.
If you have any love or any interest in TV or just really want to find a community of people who want to work hard and follow their passions, that's what ACUTV is.
There they are in the studio, behind the scenes, making us look way better than we are, I promise you that. Hutton Harris and the gang, the ACUTV crew. You know, you saw in that shot, Connor Mullins back there. I saw his Arkansas hat. He's not wearing it today, but I saw that Arkansas hat. They hung in with Alabama today, didn't they? A 3-point loss at Tuscaloosa today.
Went down to the stretch there in the SEC. We're doing the same here in Abilene. You know, I like to call that group our offensive line. You know, we get all the stats, sometimes the accolades. They deserve the accolades. Great job, ACUTV.
More often than not, we fumble it away. They make us look good. So good job here as we are just getting going in this fourth quarter. 16-13 Abilene Christian. And North Alabama will have it after the penalty backs them up to the 10-yard line, and they try to stretch it to the outside with DeMarcus Lacey, who has just been tremendous today for the Lions. 16 carries now, up over 70 yards of offense. And again, they have the ball down by 3. Could have been 2 with that extra point miss, which could loom large, but a drive and a chance. They got to go the length of the field here. Do the Lions.
And ACU punter Grant Nickel deserves another shout out, another long field here for the Lions.
Walters middle delivery and the catch for Takari Kennebrew. And we got a flag down though on the far side. I think it's coming back.
I think an eligible receiver here at North Alabama.
Ineligible receiver downfield, number 74. The penalty is 5 yards. Still second down.
When you fake the run like that, if the linemen get down the field, you can't then throw it, and that's exactly what happened there.
Well, it's a unique call. I thought maybe that was an alignment problem, or maybe you had a receiver that was covered up that went down the field, but offensive lineman on a quick play action here.
And a quick throw.
Yeah, quick play action and quick throw to be down the field. Typically you see that on kind of the scramble drill where the quarterback's trying to keep a play alive and an offensive lineman kind of loses vision of the original play call. But, man, on quick play action there, I was a little surprised to see that.
And then on second down, Walter's going to keep it, broke a tackle, And he gets a huge gain back near a first down. He takes it to the 19-yard line. A great decision by Noah Walters to keep it. He's been really good today.
Yeah, I tell you, just the old I formation, offset I. We've seen the dive play handoff a few times. Now we've seen the option a few times. That's a great read to get out there. Had his pitch man, but just decided to keep it because of the nice run. It's 3rd down and short.
3rd and a yard. North Alabama 6 for 12 today on 3rd down and trying to string it to the edge. And looks like it's going to be enough with Lacey. Good second effort there, breaking tackles. That might have been busted up in the backfield with Darius Morgan back there, but Lacey's got the first. That's a huge conversion backed up inside your own 10-yard line.
That's a 2nd and 15 converted into a first down after 2 plays, all on the run again by UNA, inching close to 300 yards of offense today.
1st and 10 at the 22. Walter's going to throw it. He's going to take a shot, and it's incomplete. Looking for Kennebrew, Dorian Plumley in coverage. Those two kind of were together in one spot. Ball was a little too far, incomplete, no flag.
Yeah, a good call there. Kennebrew ran a post corner route trying to get to the sideline. Walters threw that more center of the field. Kennebrew really nowhere in the vicinity to catch that ball. A little bit of contact, but not worthy of a flag, so 2nd down and 10.
Come back to the ground game. Lacey tried to cut it upfield. Gets it to the 26. He's a little slow to get up. All ASUN 3rd-teamer a year ago. You mentioned a converted wide receiver. He had 7 receiving touchdowns, but he's looked good on the ground today. He's been a good runner this season for the Lions. He's hobbling off.
Yeah, a little hobbled here. He'll come off the field on a critical play, 3rd down and about 6. Kennebrew also off the field here on 3rd down and 6. No, check that. No, Kennebrew is off the field. 4 receiver set.
On 3rd down, looks like a screen set up for Driggers. He's got blocking. He's got the first down. Parker Driggers, a veteran in space, read it beautifully. Good play design, too. First down, UNA.
Oh, I want to shout out again, 72, Whit Mitchum, the left tackle. Look at him out in front. Gets the block that's needed, just enough of a chip to allow Driggers to get up the field and be able to move the sticks.
And now the quick screen to the outside. David Florence, but Patrick Jolly is right there to sling him down for a loss of 2. Jolly's had himself a good game for Abilene Christian.
One of the 3 interceptions today for the ACU defense. This is just a play in space. It's a numbers game. One-on-one with a lead blocker, but the blocker can't make the play. Jolly able to get off the block, make the tackle for loss on the quick screen.
Second and call at 13. Off the fake, Walters dancing. Gonna look left and to the sideline, complete. Great grab by Kobe Warden right in front of Anthony Egbo Jr. And it gets him back in 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 2 coming up after 2nd and 13. That's a couple of times on this drive where 2nd down has been huge.
And Warden on that far sideline just working with his quarterback. Walters works back to the football. He was down the field, works back to the football, far sideline, makes the catch. Big play here, both teams, 3rd down and 2.
Hand off up the middle, again Driggers. And he will have the first. And boy, North Alabama just chipping away. It has been so fun to watch this offense these last 3-4 drives.
And really, it's 3 yards here, 4 yards here, 6 yards here.
Up the middle again.
That's another 3rd down conversion on the play before. 9 of 15 now today for North Alabama. And I don't have the exact numbers there in the first quarter, but it wasn't pretty in the first quarter.
Good.
So when you look over the course of the game now at 9 of 15, keeping drives alive. And again, this is a drive that started at the 10-yard line. A penalty pushed it back all the way to the 5, and now the Lions all the way out to midfield.
And 2nd down and 7, approaching 9 minutes to go. Walters looking. Has to escape. A very athletic quarterback to the sideline. Coming back for it. Is that a catch? David Florence. Yes, it is. Great grab. Stays in bounds as well. 1st down at the 38 of ACU.
Let's just keeping a play alive. Walters gets to the sideline, to the outside, throws it to the sideline. Great catch.
Smart to run a quick play there, too, to make sure in case Florence wasn't in bounds. Was able to gain a yard. That was 13 yards to Florence. And then the quick run, 2nd and 9 on the way. 8.5 to go. Terrific job there to tightrope the sideline for Florence. 2nd down. A field goal ties it. They hand it back. Driggers still going with Moffitt all over him. Wrestles his way. Depends on the spot. 3rd and, yeah, they're going to move him back that extra yard or so. So 3rd and call it 5 in field goal range or darn near close to it for the Lions.
Again, already 2 third downs converted on this drive. Another big one here.
Gonna throw quick, it's behind and incomplete. We got a flag. There's a flag down on the near sideline. Wide open in the middle of the field was Heatherly. Walters missed it, but now the flag. It might be on North Alabama, we'll see.
Illegal formation, offense, more than 4 players in the backfield. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
So even if they would have hit it, it's incomplete. But they declined the penalty to make it 4th down.
I still think this is go time for the offense. It's a lengthy field goal. Yeah, you're only down 3, but a lengthy field goal. And statistics will show you a team that's gone for it, what do you say, 25 times already on 4th down? 1 for 1 today.
Yeah, 15 of 26 now on the season. And from here, yeah, Andy, you're talking probably 51 yards or so for the field goal try. Cotorno's long is 42, his career long is 43.
Kennebrew, the lone receiver on the top side.
They will go. 4th and 4. To the middle, it's dropped! Evans was wide open, he could not hang on. And a turnover on downs.
Media, timeout.
Abilene Christian will get it back. A huge play. Evans could not get it. ACU gets it back up 3. Abilene Christian takes over after the turnover on downs. And ACU up 3 will sling it out, and it is Rovon Banks Jr. He'll get maybe a yard or so down to Joseph Chapa.
Guys, one of the great things about ACU is the extended 86,000 alumni network. Let's highlight one of the astounding alumni, and that's Lance Barrow, the retired coordinator and producer for CBS Sports for the NFL Today, the Masters, and other great professional sporting events. He was honored today during Homecoming Saturday. He was the Grand Marshal of the annual parade, and he received an honorary ACU football helmet. I spoke with him during the game, and he said not only has ACU been a blessing to him, but he hopes to continue to be a blessing to the university moving forward. Guys, back to you.
Joseph, thank you. And as you say it, Abilene Christian, a little razzle-dazzle back to McIver. Cooper McCaslin for the big play.
Yeah, a little flea flicker here. Didn't have that on the bingo card either, but man, it works. Just when UNA thinks, hey, it's going to be ball control and short gains to the line of scrimmage, little flea flicker. McCaslin, a great catch. ACU down at the 30-yard line.
Plus territory now for the Wildcats in field goal range. McIver off the fake. Looking deep. He's got go lightly. What a catch! He is! It's ruled incomplete. Oh my goodness. He almost caught it and hung on and spun his way in for the touchdown. And instead it's incomplete. He wants to review it.
Is an incomplete pass.
Take a look. Oh, another great contortion of the body and a catch, but I don't think he ever pulls it into the body.
I mean, ooh.
Oh, it's tough.
Wow. Can they review that? That is awfully close. They are going to review it. There's a chance that's a touchdown.
I think so. He never pulls it
Previous
to the
play
body, so the question
is
is
under
going
further
to become,
review.
does he have possession with the hands? Because he never fully
Media,
pulls it into the body.
timeout.
He gets the feet down plenty. One,
two.
There's plenty of steps, but there's still a wrestling going on there.
Ooh.
So he doesn't have to bring it all the way to the ground because he gets the steps in for possession, but did he have possession?
Right. The question is, when did he catch the ball? That is the question. They are going to review it. Is it a touchdown? What's the call? We'll find out when we come back. .6:18 to go, and the biggest call of the game right here. Ruling was an incomplete pass to Tristan Golightly. They're checking on it to see if, one, it was a catch, and if it is, it's probably a touchdown. What say you? Ruling on the field again, incomplete pass.
Well, I think Golightly had it, but credit to Phil J. Bienemy right here. He stays with the play. He doesn't see the football until Golightly has it, but he gets a hand on the football there, and they wrestle. And I just don't know if Golightly had 2 steps down for possession. And then with the wrestle between the 2 players, they come down to the ground and the ball pops loose. I just don't know if this call can be overturned.
Again, ruling on the field, incomplete. Here's the call from Brad Carroll.
After review, the ruling on the field has changed. The receiver possessed the ball, crossed the goal line. Therefore, it is a touchdown.
They're calling it a touchdown for Tristan Golightly.
Wow. Again, he had possession. He came down, he got the feet down. So the ruling is, okay, before the ball came loose, he had possession. He crossed the plane of the goal line. At that point, it's a touchdown, even when the ball comes loose.
Wow. Incredible. So Kyle Ramsey for the extra point now, and it's a 2-possession lead for Abilene Christian with 6:18 to go. I mean, the big play to McCaslin, and then the touchdown to Tristan Golightly. I mean, what an effort from number 5. Wow.
Well, and again, I think Golightly, again, there's not even a wrestle if Golightly doesn't come down with the football. So let's give Golightly credit there. As he brings the football down, the officials are awarding possession at that point once he gets the 2 steps. The wrestle starts at that point as far as wrestling for the football. But by the time Golightly gives up possession of it, the ball pops loose. He's already crossed the goal line. And again, at that point, when Golightly crosses the goal line, it's officially a touchdown.
Incredible. Golightly, what a way for his first touchdown of the season, huh? Big time, and it'll be Ramsey to send it away. And it will skip into the end zone. And now some work to do for North Alabama. Noah Walters, how big is that dropped 4th down ball? J.J. Evans couldn't hang on, and ACU a few plays later, they're in the end zone.
Well, even the 3rd down play a moment ago, there was an illegal formation, but the 3rd down play was open. Then the 4th down drop. ACU responds with the touchdown. And North Alabama, who has gone down the field a few times, the only unfortunate thing is it's taken a long time. They have not had big chunk plays today, and at this point now 2 possessions with 6:18 left. It's time for some chunk plays.
So Noah Walters, 21 out of 32 for 155 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and then the turnover on downs as well. Walters under pressure, gonna have to take off now, dumps it and gets rid of it, and it's Evans. He's got some space, And he cuts his way to the 41-yard line. Little ad-libbing there, and a first down, pick up a 16.
You're going to need some backyard football here in the last 6 minutes. Credit to Walters for making a nice play. Evans stays with him. Turns what looked like maybe a scramble for a few into a pass and catch for 16.
First down at the 41. Time not the friend of the Lions. Walters down by 10. Going to have to make something happen. He's going to roll left and then just kind of shovel it underhand, and now a flag down. Warfield caught it. He might have been out of bounds first.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he stepped out of bounds, which makes him an illegal receiver.
Can't be the first one to touch it.
Yeah, so illegal touching, I think, should be this call here.
Flag came from the sideline.
At this point in the game, ACU is just going to have to stay disciplined in their defensive assignments. Again, it's going to be a little backyard football here, but don't lose sight of, if you're in the secondary, your zone, keep rushing the passer. If you're defensive line, linebackers, do your balance of rushing the quarterback or dropping back in coverage. That's what it's going to take over the last 5.5 minutes.
Flag was thrown on the sideline. Here's the call.
The ruling on the field is that the receiver's foot was out of bounds when he touched the ball. Therefore, it is an incomplete pass.
Okay, so not an illegal touching. He was just out of bounds when he caught it, so therefore, incomplete.
So he hadn't established himself back in the playing field. He was just standing out of bounds when he caught it.
There you go. Looking at the replay, it looked like he might have just been out of bounds and didn't come back in fully before he caught it. But nonetheless, it is 2nd and 10.
I did not have that explanation on the bingo card.
I'm telling you, this card is just wild today. 41 seconds, 41-yard line rather. They dump it out to Lacey out of the flat. He'll get to the boundary. And boy, DeMarcus Lacey's taking a beating today. He comes off Gimpy on the sideline again. Brings up 3rd down and 5 at the 46. And without question now, Andy, 5.5 minutes. It'll be 4-down territory probably the rest of the way here for the Lions.
Lacey banged up. He's out. Kennebrew is not in this personnel package.
He's not been out there a lot of times on 3rd down.
Yeah, not much.
Today for North Alabama. Call it 3rd and 4. Walters quickly to the edge. Where's the spot here for Driggers? Right across the 50. He's a yard short. It's going to be 4th and 1. North Alabama 1 for 2 on 4th down today. Driggers did all he could. They need a yard. Down 10, under 5 to play tonight. Gonna hand it Driggers. Oh, he got it, but the ball's out. It's loose. It's Abilene Christian football. Elijah Moffitt comes up with it. Turnover number 4 for the Lions. And that might be all she wrote tonight.
Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense.
Team that's only had 4 takeaways, a defense that's only had 4 takeaways
all year,
all season long.
Media
4
timeout.
big takeaways today. 10-point lead, 4:45 to go in possession of the football.
Big time play by the Abilene Christian defense. And ACU will take over at the 45-yard line with a 10-point lead. Defense dominating the day for ACU on their way on homecoming. Well, turnovers are the story of the day. 4 of them for North Alabama, including, and then also counted a 4th down conversion they did not get. Rovon Banks on the ground here for Abilene Christian as he pushes the pile forward for 3, maybe 4. This was on 4th down. It's a fumble that might be the icing on the cake tonight.
Yeah, I think so, which would have been a 1st down, but man, a big hit.
Oh my.
What a hit to pop the football loose.
Ethan Tate the junior linebacker out of Frisco, Texas.
Fourth takeaway, and again, Zach, we mentioned before the break, fourth takeaway today, just 4 takeaways in the first 5 games for this ACU defense. Man, can it flip a script of a game so fast. And when you look offensively today, North Alabama has 100 more yards than ACU does. But special teams and defense have been the story today.
4 minutes to go. Banks on the ground again, knifing his way, and now he's got daylight. There are no flags, and Banks will walk home for the touchdown. "52 yards. Abilene Christian pulling away on homecoming.
Well, you mentioned icing on the cake, little nail in the coffin, stretch play going right. Look at that hole. Man, what a hole. Great job by the boys up front. Reese Moore, Alan Hatton, Tay Yanta, Jacob Thielen, Rafidi Jermai. Man, what a hole. Rovon Banks, the beneficiary of it. Nail in the coffin, icing on the cake here in homecoming.
Phil J. Bienemy is the man down all the way back on the other side of the 50. The injured Lion. Simple handoff, and Banks does the rest.
What a hole. I almost ran out of bounds.
Yeah, no kidding.
To the far sideline. He forgot to cut.
2 plays, 55 yards for that drive. Ramsey for the extra point. I don't know if I would have thought somebody would get to 30 points today, the way this thing has gone. Well, extra point pending, right? I guess never. Not in this game. Ramsey good for the extra point. 30-13. ACU. The turnovers, and then you get a couple of big plays, and this is turning into a much wider margin than really the game's going to be shown from what we watched.
Yeah, and I agree with you there. It's a 17-point spread now, 30-13, and that's a busted play. I call it a busted play. It's a breakaway play, a chunk play for an easy touchdown. There's really no defense on the backside as UNA having to play the rush right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle's not made, and it turns into a 52-yard touchdown. But Zach, who would have thought at the beginning of the day that it would be Rovon Banks as well as Jordan Vaughn with all of the rush yardage today? They've got it all. Javion Sunday does have a few carries, but not many yards, and then you take sack yardage away. It's all Banks and Vaughn today, the rushing attack for ACU.
And combine that with an outstanding defensive effort to force the 4 turnovers. They've given up the yards. There's without question after the first quarter and a half, UNA has been moving the ball well, but the turnovers will outdo a whole team effort. And Ramsey will kick this thing off, and it's going to be grabbed at the 3-yard line and trying to get some space in, not making the 20, Caden Cooper. And the drive will start there for North Alabama, and now the mountain is huge to climb here for the Lions. 30-13 game. Banks the TD one more time.
Again, just stretch play off the right side. Just look at that. Just what a hole. All the offensive line holding their block just for that hole. And again, UNA, they're playing the run. They're bringing penetration to the line of scrimmage. But when you do that and you don't make the tackle at the line of scrimmage, there's all sorts of real estate on the backside. And again, Banks the beneficiary of that.
Walters gonna try to get rid of it and going to the ground. Is that a catch? J.J. Evans. It is a catch. 8 yards on first down.
How does this springboard this team here, Zach? 4 consecutive weeks now of conference play after this. What kind of springboard is this to you?
I mean, because you talk about that 3-game stretch and how challenging that was. The schedule didn't do them any favors. Here is a throw over the middle. Oh, almost one-handed. Incomplete to David Florence. And that's a hard way to get things going because you open conference play after a really tough home loss to a nationally ranked team. You got to go to Conway, Arkansas, and that's a good Central Arkansas team, and then North Texas.
Followed by FBS.
So you get that bye to maybe reset. And Walter's going to throw here on third, down to the sideline. Nice catch. Going up, Kobe Warden into ACU territory. Right at the 50, 22 yards and a first.
We have seen some athletic plays today. There's another one. Great catch, Kobe Warden.
But if you treat this like it's the back half of the season coming off that bye, it could be a fresh start. One conference loss, you can do some things. Quick throw to the middle to Kari Kennebrew. And I'm not going to lie, I don't know if we've seen enough Kennebrew today.
Well, I thought, as scouting this thing and putting our package together up here in the booth, I thought we'd say Kennebrew a whole lot more than we have today. He still had an impressive day, but not as much still as UNA was dedicated to the run, establishing the run the majority of the day.
The outside to David Florence, 2:18 to go. And now they'll wind the clock. Remember, that clock doesn't stop when you go out of bounds until under 2 minutes, new rule in college football. And even if you get a first down, you have to wait till it gets under 2 to where it will stop on first down. All right, taking off and slinging it to the outside. Walters incomplete for Evans. But I do think this is really one, stop the bleeding with the losses for Abilene Christian. And now can you go do some things the rest of this way? It's possible. It doesn't get easier. It's really tough because it's a lot on the road here for ACU.
Next two on the road, the rivalry game with Stephen F. Austin next Saturday. Trip to Utah, Southern Utah 2 weeks from today.
Walters taking off, slings one, it's picked off in the end zone. Jameer Dudley, his first career pick. The turnover flood continues. And we've got a flag down on the near sideline as well.
Illegal forward pass. Offense, number 6. That penalty's declined. The ruling on the field is an interception. First down for Abilene Christian.
Walters was past the line of scrimmage by the time he threw it. Didn't matter. Picked off anyway by Jameer Dudley, who's had himself a game tonight as well.
Look at Dudley reading the eyes of the receiver. Again, it's kind of a scramble drill, and Dudley there in the end zone makes a diving interception. 5th takeaway now by the ACU defense.
And count that fourth down drop as well. That's basically 6 times North Alabama's given it back to Abilene Christian, and this defense has had itself a night. And it's similar. That drive almost is exactly how this game's gone. You move the ball from the 20 to the 20, and then the turnover happens. ACU back to the ground. A loss there, but this is about running the clock out as we have 100 seconds to go tonight.
How many times do you hear the narrative? Turnovers and special teams. It's been huge today.
November the 4th is the next time Abilene Christian will be at home. Utah Tech comes to town on a Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock start. Right here on ESPN Plus. Excited to bring that one to you. 2 more home games this season for Abilene Christian. And it gets tough for these Wildcats at SFA and at Southern Utah before returning home for what they're hoping are games that matter in November.
No doubt about it. It starts with the rivalry game in Nacogdoches. The two teams played twice last year. SFA the better of ACU both times. So that should be a big one in Nacogdoches next week. Southern Utah on the road. If both of those can go well for ACU and you end your conference schedule at home with Utah Tech and Tarleton, something impressive could happen over the course of the next month.
North Alabama's coming home for Utah Tech, and then at Austin Peay. That's a really tough way to end the season. Obviously, 4th-ranked Florida State, but just Utah Tech, Austin Peay, Central Arkansas in November. But they're building something. North Alabama have had a winning season since 2018, and I do think you see a lot of flashes. Brent Dearman's done some good things this year.
Yeah, I agree. It's a team that was 1-10 a year ago. They've already won 2 this year, and I think they're trending in the right direction. It's a matter of playing a full 60 minutes for this UNA team. Played well in stretches today, especially to end the first half and start the second, but can they keep the consistency to play a full 60?
under a minute to go. We'll hand it off left side as this clock continues to wind down with under 50 seconds. And a homecoming victory as well. A lot to be happy with if you're an Abilene Christian fan tonight, because we talked about it coming on the air. Little turmoil around these parts here with the way things have been going, and they just had to have a win tonight.
Well, Keith Patterson's philosophy since the day he got here is let's be better than we were yesterday. You know, and a little adversity, but again, a program on the rise. A lot of expectation to start the season. I think the expectation is still there. Backs against the wall. There's not much room for error moving forward, but a good start today.
Back to the ground for Rovon Banks Jr., and that will put a bow on this one. Abilene Christian with a huge home win over North Alabama. It's a final of ACU 30 and North Alabama 13. And ACU back to 500 at 3-3. North Alabama to 2-5 on the year. And the Wildcats get their first United Athletic Conference win in their first meeting with North Alabama in 12 seasons. And we talked about it. This is really, really big for ACU tonight.
Yeah, springboard in the right direction. Again, there's not much room for error in the FCS when you lose a game and you want to make postseason or win a conference championship. There's not much room for error. But I think with what's ahead for ACU and a good start today, they still have an opportunity to hit some of those goals they set out for 2023.
It was all about the defense today for Abilene Christian, and Joseph Chapa's down on the field with Kobe Kohili.
Yeah, Zach, I'm right alongside ACU's middle linebacker, Kirby Kohili. Now, Kirby, the losing streak is done. The first win in a month for ACU. How does it feel to get it here in the home stadium for homecoming weekend?
Oh, man, it feels good to get back in the win column in front of this great crowd. I love it here. I loved our fans. They got her into the game, and just glad we got back in the win column.
Now, the defense as a whole got a lot of turnovers, got a lot of stops. You, my friend, 2 individual interceptions, 12 total tackles. What do you make of that elite defensive performance?
Well, I got to give it all the credit up front. They taking on those double teams for me. Me getting through easy plays to make when you got 2-3 big guys up front taking up all the blocks for you.
It's a heavy schedule coming in next for the rest of the conference schedule before you guys get back here at Wildcat Stadium. What should fans expect moving forward for you guys?
Well, we just got to get back to work. We got to get back to doing what we know what to do, and just keep getting these wins.
Thanks, Kirby.
All righty. Thank you.
Back to you, Zach.
Joseph, thank you very much. Kohili with 2 picks, the defense 5 takeaways, and Abilene Christian 30-13 winners over North Alabama. This has been a presentation of the United Athletic Conference on ESPN. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. Until next time, Zach Carlisle, Andy Penny, Joseph Chapa, the whole crew led by Hutton Harris, saying so long, take care, good night from Abilene, Texas.